Whatever shit.
Yeah, it's loading right now. It's about to start.
You gotta be kidding me! Unbelievable flip!
We're gonna beat that woman beater, eh? We're gonna beat him in front of his kids.
We're going. That woman beater.
That woman
Like they were
beater.
playing that on ESPN. Like, and then it's like I was like, whoa, what's going on? We've talked about that numerous times. I mean, great moments in press conference history is that the one I always bring up, the Conor McGregor Nate Diaz. He's throwing up gang hands with the one gang signs with the one hand and he's blowing animal balloons with the other. He's riding bikes with the elderly. Like great moments in press conference history is a whole other episode. But
Solo gang member.
but yeah, that's one of the best ones. I mean, obviously we were talking about the Jim Mora one before we started playoffs because the NBA playoffs is going on right now. But you want to get started on 15 minutes of wrestling because last night was.
Ooh, I never said that, but let's go.
Well, you know, yeah, because you're talking shit about your arch nemesis. You got a nemesis in Montel Vontavious Porter. I mean, when
he just got an obsession with Triple H. I'm like, brother, you got a crush?
Yeah, he wants a job.
It's like, dude, and then I had to block him on TikTok because every time I would open up TikTok, he'd be on my feed. Like, why is he on my feed with all of 5 views?
When I was working in WWE, I had Vince McMahon, you know, like, okay, all right, what are you going to be bitter about? Like, you had a 3-year run, if that, and then I went to Japan because I always wanted to wrestle in Japan. It's real art over there in Japan. They take it seriously. Like, you went there at 40. Like, so the MVP thing, yeah, he comes back, gets to manage Bobby Lashley. Like, oh, what a fucking honor to manage Bobby Lashley, the guy who can't even talk. You're going to be his manager. And he went on a run. I'll give him that. But still, to, like you're saying, to keep mentioning Triple H now for that specific reason, it's like, move on. Grow up. What's your issue? Like, you're not going to get a job back out of anger. He doesn't work that way. So, the last night was Double or Nothing. I didn't watch the main event just because I don't watch MJF matches as they happen live. But the show was okay, and from what I was paying attention to.
Yeah, my fault about that. So, I'm gonna go back and watch. Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna watch the Edge and Christian match.
Oh God!
I'm
I
gonna
opened the
watch
show with it, and I was like, "Here we go, 40 minutes of butt fucking," and it's like,
yo,
it's what it basically is for them. Like, it's such an honor to work with you, Adam. Such an honor. I mean, you meant so much to us, but yeah, we're not gonna let you cover us for the 1, 2, 3. We gotta say I quit, you know, because we're dickheads.
yeah.
And he had to, and again, the one thing I hate about AEW pay per views, besides the duration, besides that they run too fucking long, is they have to spam a return entrance. Like, so and so showed up tonight. What a surprise! It's like they always have to do like so and so has just returned. Beth Phoenix made her return, I guess, which I had no idea she'd even been on AEW.
Right, I thought she'd always been there.
Beth Phoenix?
Didn't she get hit with a chair? That was WWE.
Oh, I don't remember. I wasn't watching during that time, so that's what I mean. I don't remember. But she shows back up. I had no idea she got a full fucking arm sleeve now. Like, you're 40. You're a 40-year-old mother. What are you getting fucking arm sleeves at this point? Like,
and why is she cosplaying as Medusa?
Well, that's always been her thing.
No, not always, like that. When she was the Glamazon, she wasn't doing that.
Yeah, her whole thing was to cosplay as, she was always a hybrid of Alundra Blaze and what's her name, Luna Vachon. She was always like a mixture of them.
That's what I was thinking about. I said Medusa.
And the thing the three of them have in common, not lookers, not a
man,
not a single looker among them. Nope.
That woman dead, bro. Be nice.
But Medusa ain't. Beth Phoenix ain't. Not a single. No, those are all hard passes.
Like, she got the tree joint. She got the tribal shit around her face, and I'm like,
he brings again. Like, I don't know why Tony Khan is just like a fucking sucker for a lot of these people. Like
He
you
a
don't
fan.
have. No, but I'm saying like I'm not saying for Beth Phoenix specifically, but like stop letting Adam Copeland run your fucking show. Stop letting fucking Dash and fucking Dickhead run your show. Like you're Tony Khan. Like book this shit. I know you're into Christ and all that, but even Christ was like hateful to an extent. Like
I seen somebody say in the comment section when he said,
it's a work.
I mean, no. With him, I don't think so, bro. I think he legit. He has this filter because the guy
Well,
is.
I don't want to get into the can he technically based off his ethnicity root for Jesus? Live by Jesus?
That's what I was saying. Well, he have. He have. He have that.
Okay. Okay. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa there.
You know,
Whoa.
I agree there. So sometimes he talk like this, but then other time he talk like you.
Why are you
So
making him sound like he's the guy from fucking 40-year-old virgin who's like, do you see me with a fucking turban, Jay? Do you see me? I'm from Brooklyn, motherfucker, Brooklyn.
I agree. What do you say? I am real nigga. So no, I don't think it's a work. And he don't. All right. We know some ain't. I won't say something ain't right. That's not the word to use. But we know, you know what I mean. He different. So with him,
What are you trying to say about that? He's in the same town as Danhausen. They both reside there. Is
yeah,
that what
that's
you're
what
trying
I'm
to say?
saying.
Okay.
They, you know, instead of saying the usual term, you say on the other side of the tracks. That's what we
Yeah.
gonna say. So Tony Khan is on the other side of the track, so he don't understand. He just know right from wrong. He doesn't understand, you know, what's good and what's bad, or he understands what's good and what's bad, but he doesn't understand, you know, lying because it, you know, what I mean, his brain is different. Pause.
But again, like Adam Copeland has to show up, get the tag titles of his best friend over the guys that he's like fucking put on a pedestal the last 10 years. And now to make things worse, it's like, can my wife show up? Can my wife play a part in this? It's like
Why do you do a good impersonation of him?
you already fucking take control of everything you have to be involved in. And then like today they were asking, I mean, this past week they were asking him about the Judgment Day, and his plan was like it was supposed to last for a year. I'm like, a year of like you in control, like, and then that Finn Balor was gonna turn on them. Then I'm like, first, and he's like, yeah, we really had that good momentum going. I'm like, that program sucked when you were in charge of it. Like the whole Judgment
Not
Day
really.
sucked.
It was more entertaining than it was 2 years ago, and it's
Him
been
trying to
going
be
on for
fake
3.
Lucifer and like, oh, congratulations, you're like slicking back your hair and you got a Puerto Rican on this side and a
Hey, hey,
Gallic woman on another.
whoa,
Like, well, that was
slow
his thing. He
down.
was like that was like, what's so great about the original Judgment Day? Nothing. Oh,
No, it was.
they got wing jackets. Ooh, look at their wings.
Dude, they look more serious. What I say now,
They did not look serious at
it's
all.
essentially they just me if I had a faction. It's 3. Well, it's no disrespect to the tall one, but it's 2.5 baddies, and then there's some big head jabroni. That'll be
Well, that's the
you,
Judgment
and
Day.
then
Yeah, the
that'll be
Judgment
me.
Day then turned into what it is now, which is, I would say,
It shouldn't
not
have been
to
over 2 years ago.
not to offend Van, but I would just say it's Degrassi. It's cheesy. You know, do you like me? I don't know. Do you like me? I don't know. Horseshit is what it is.
And
Like,
at this point, hey man, just go ahead, and say y'all fucking bruh. Live and dominate. All right.
it's not about that.
Nah, after a while, acting becomes real. At this point, what they say is a shoot, brother. It's got to be something to it because it's like, all right, we've been acting for 2 years now.
But that was the opener, and then what was the match after that? I forget. Because like the pay-per-view started, I'm like, oh, they want to start off with this. All right, I don't want to pay that much attention. Samoa Joe looked old against Will Ospreay. Wasn't excited about that.
And the sky is blue.
And his hair looked even worse. So again, that's another indicator. I'm like, we just gotta take.
Is the UFO widening up?
It's like he's trying to grow it back, but I'm like, you've been bald before. Just keep it that way. That's where I'm like,
Is he trying to comb it over? What are you trying to do?
No, it just looks like a chia pet, like the opening stages of a chia pet.
Yeah, and we can see you, nigga. You know, I can see you. He just need to go home, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with being bald. He just got that.
Match fine.
He looked like Buddha. He got that little lump at the top of his head, though.
Yeah, he does have a weird shaped head. Him. Who else has a weird
shape? And then the top of his head looked like ice cream melting because it go down to his nose, and that looked like it's melting.
DeMar DeRozan's got a weird shaped head. That's why his hairline always looks weird, but also his hairline been receding. But you know what? He's got a weird shaped head, right? Like,
I never thought about that. Talking about men's hair size is funny, but yeah, no,
what
legit.
are you
I
talking? You just
remember,
talked about JD McDonough. What do you mean talking about man's head shape sizes? And you
but
just
nah,
talked about shit about Jalen Brunson the other day. So like,
DeMar actually looked like a rapper when he have a shaved head.
that's right.
I'm a leprechaun. Garf, calm down. It's me. I'm a leprechaun.
Kyle O'Reilly, John Moxley. That was a good match. They were cooking. That was a really good match.
Say it again. My fault. John Moxley and Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll watch that. So far, I thought I was only gonna watch 3 matches. No, I might watch everything.
Bandito Swerve, I wasn't paying as much attention. The women's four-way, I wasn't paying as much attention.
Who's in the 4-way?
Chris Statlander, Jamie Hayter, Hikaru Shida, and Tekla. Tekla retained.
Let me ask you a question. So, what's going on with Willow? Because she had to relinquish the title and her Owen Hart Classic spot. Is she good, baby? Is you back?
I thought she was injured. I thought it
That's
was
what I'm
a
saying.
injury.
But this is her second injury in the past, year or two?
Well, she's been a workhorse for them, so it's bound to happen.
Yeah, but what got injured this time? I don't even remember what happened to her last time.
Let me see. But
Willow, if you hear this, hold on, don't start talking about wrestling. Let me get in my R&B bag. Willow, if you hear this, baby, I'm here for you. Whatever you need. You need me to get you some soup, baby. You need me to comb your hair. What you need me to do? I think that's what happened to her last time.
It happened in her match against Red Velvet.
Do you want me to be disrespectful about Red Velvet, or you want me to quote the old quote?
Are you gonna say she gave her the injury bug, like in Space Jam?
I mean, Red Velvet.
Red Velvet have been injured off and on through the course.
Yeah, there's some reason for that, and I'm trying not to say why.
That she not good?
Yeah.
A lot of the women aren't good in both companies.
Yeah, all she do is smile and mix up.
You want to talk about Saturday Night's Main Event and that's 6-woman tag?
I promise to God, I'm not even lying to you. I keep forgetting that happened.
You know why? Because it sucked. You want to see, again, like I said, you want to pay to see Ethan Page versus Penta, a match that AEW put on 5 fucking years ago. You want to pay to see that match? And again, in Indianapolis, why do they keep going to? I get Pat McAfee is there. I get Tyrese Halliburton, but it's fucking Indianapolis. I don't give a fuck about Indiana. No offense to Jeff Teagan, but like, who gives a fuck? It's Indiana.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's like how people kept saying AEW goes to Chicago. I'm like, well, Chicago. Everybody want to go to Chicago.
That's Chicago, basically, yeah.
Yeah, and then they go to Chicago at the right time, September, where it's not fucking freezing solid, and it's a good city. And they got real good food.
What I wanted to specify, David, I don't think Ethan Page is bad, but I'm saying the concept of like that being a draw match is ridiculous. The match itself wasn't bad, but the idea of like you're selling me a show built largely around Ethan Page versus Penta, like, come on, that's not special. It's not. Even the main event with the Vision versus the Street Profits wasn't special as a draw. The match was fine. They put on these fine matches for these cards, and it's like, again, how are you going to charge me $500 or higher for this for a glorified house show? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, my fault. If I jump on and off that pause, that's crazy. That mean I'm trying to send a text me. Oh, jumping off. There's a lot of it jumping off. But if I do that, it's
who said that?
Remember that Slick Rick? Remember jumping on? What did you say?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to make sure. You're gonna find out. It's a lot easier.
Jumping on and jumping off. But didn't Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman, goddamn.
No, that was Backlash. That was back. You're confusing the two. No, what happened was Saturday Night's Main Event. What was the opener?
The tag match, right? Because everybody's like, "Oh, this is great."
Yeah. Well, I'm not watching I'm not watching Brie Bella and Paige wrestle. I don't care if Nia Jax and Lash Legend are on the other side. I'm not wasting my eyesight.
Speaking of being injured.
On Brie Bella and Paige having a match. Then they did that fucking bullshit again with Sol Ruka and Becky Lynch, where Becky Lynch has to be a whiny, fake, tough guy heel of, I'm not going to have the match. I'm not going to have it tonight. You're not going to make me a wrestler. You're not. And then Nick Aldis says, you're going to wrestle her in Italy. And it's like, oh my God, who could have saw that coming? That you announced one match for this show just to postpone it to the next show. What? Oh, I'm not familiar with that at all, Triple H. I mean, hell.
And that's got to be a
Genius.
5-minute match. Baby ain't ready to go. So you know, baby, you know how I
Then
feel
it was
about
the
you,
six
baby.
women's tag match, which took forever just to watch me, Chin, and Beef Ab be like,
Who was in the tag match?
Exactly. And they were all dressed as Michael Jackson. I'm like, I don't like that's
He
not
rolling over in his grave, bro. Joe Jackson rolling over. Look, they should get Joe Jackson to teach people how to wrestle. You'll learn once that belt come out.
Joe Jackson in the strap match. He was the king of the strap match.
Oh, best believe. Hey, death match. That was him, brother. All NWA style. Dusty Rhodes versus Ric Flair.
Ethan Page penned a match in the tag time. Like, overall, it was just a waste of time. I wasn't even really watching. I just had it on while I was finishing Nemesis.
Should we translate? Yeah, let's go to that.
No, because and then Double or Nothing. What else did they have? Oh, Takeshita Okada. It was good, but again, like Okada.
It's over, bro. Remember we saw it in person? It's over.
Yeah.
By the way, people, me and Davis have kicked. I think people don't think me and Davis have kicked it and stayed in the same house numerous times. I keep forgetting that last year we was at the pay-per-view and we kept saying,
yeah,
because we saw that was Omega and Okada, right?
Yeah, when they're like the epic rematch, fucking 6 years later, and I'm like
8. I was like, dog, that shit didn't even look right, bro. I got to see Ken Omega, one of the greatest of all time in person. It just
I said that like Cormega. Like I got
Cormega.
I saw Cormega against like
you know who Cormega is?
Isn't he a rapper? But it was but Cormega was like a real he was a Latin dictator, right? Is that where he took the name from?
Yeah. That's hilarious that you know the history. But yeah,
I know the name. I couldn't name you a Cormega song though.
That's hilarious. Hey, tell Dot that if you're not listening. Hey, Davis just referenced Cormega 2026.
That's when your accent turned on for a second. I'm listening to a lot of stuff where I'm hearing LA accents and all that, but that's where it turned on for a second. We said Kenny Omega, and I'm like, whoa, who?
Yeah, I didn't know. I think I told you the other day. I didn't know I had an accent till somebody told me. They was like, you're not from here. Where are you from? Los Angeles?
Whoa,
I said,
what
how
accent
you know?
is that?
Hey man. I work around a lot of people that's from different parts of the world. So they be like, brother, boss man.
Okay.
They African. So that's what they say. You can tell they African because they ain't got no edge up. But
to bring up Davion's point, it ended in the way I was just shitting on. Like they have to bring back Kyle Fletcher and then set up an angle where he's going to go after Takeshita now. It's like, I don't care about that's what television is for. You use TV to set up angles. You don't use the pay-per-view for angles.
Yeah. I don't understand why he's been doing that. Like, again, basic 101 with the pay-per-views like Amp has.
He's done it since the beginning. Remember, the ones during the pandemic were like, so-and-so's debuting tonight. And then after the pandemic, it was the same thing. We're like, they wasted Adam Cole and Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, I should say, debuting in back-to-back moments. Like, one of the stupidest decisions in AEW's history was that. You could have gotten 2 pops on major television with that, and you fucking blew it all in one shot. Like,
yeah, they could have spaced that out. Either somebody come out early in the day and Daniel Bryan close it out that night, or just wait till later on that week.
And then the Stadium Stampede, or whatever they want to call it, was just...
I hate that fucking stipulation. I've always hated it. The only time I liked it is when Matt Hardy bumped his head.
He ain't been right since before.
Before or after. He got worse. Yeah. Now he just give the... Look, he give the bitch a credit card. Now he...
Hey, again, I think you said this about me today. This is the no filter podcast. We have no filters over here.
What did I say? That was crazy.
Probably the accent stuff.
About the bitch taking the credit card, his wife, fuck that cunt.
But not like that match. The only moment I was really paying attention to was they fucking had a bus crash into the car Mark Davis was in, and I was like, "Whoa, this is a real Hollywood stunt you're doing right now." Like,
wait. Say that again. They had who?
Mark Davis was in a car for some reason, and then someone driving the bus crashes into him. But I couldn't remember who was driving the bus because they already ran an angle where as Andrade was gonna do his usual thing, taking pictures.
Andrade car crashes. That's actually hilarious. Well, it's not
Uh,
hilarious, but
I wasn't sure. It almost looked like he was taking a picture of Tiara James, which I knew he would have went that if that was the case. But this one,
no,
this
I
woman
would have
looked a
called.
lot.
I was about to mess up. I was about to get us out of here.
But as he's about to take the picture, Luchasaurus with a fucking wig, with Jamel Hill's wig, shows up.
Wow.
And
Not Pam Oliver, Jamil Hill.
I told you, I saw Jamel Hill recently. She had that wig. I'm like, did she get that from RuPaul's closet? Because what is going on?
No, she wear. I thought she got the braids. She don't got the braids no more.
She got that blonde wig. I told you because she doing a show of Your Girl. That was the other part. Thank you. They ran a reunion angle with Bobby Lashley because Leo Rush came out to help Bobby Lashley, and remember the whole Lashley. Like I completely forgot that he was his manager.
I'm really starting to think this dude is a demon in real life. I cannot escape him for a day. No. I can't escape him for. I blocked him on social media.
Why are you mad at Lionel Greed, huh?
I just can't escape him. Every single day I see him on my feed. That's hilarious. Hey, you joking, but they got the same last name, and Imp got people out there in Maryland. So you joking. It might be stranger than fiction. I can't escape this. Can I say, man, fuck it. I can't escape this midget.
Hey, leave him alone.
No, I understand. He got to get that child support.
You know that.
Man, look, every time, this how you know he about to get fired. Because he always about to say, hey, I'm about to retire, my mental health, and he drop a rap album. That's his super kick. And then he get a new contract. He be like, man, I'm straight.
Hip-hop was born in New York. Hip-hop.
And he don't even rap like that. He rap like, shit. Pick a rapper. He rap like all of them.
Yeah, I had no idea what he sounds like.
What happened to the high yellow boy he was with?
Oh, Action Andretti. He's in ROH.
Ain't he from Minnesota too? Like
no,
the Tough Light?
You're confusing him with. No, he's from I think the Maryland area. And don't forget, I think he's just.
Oh yeah, he
white.
is.
I think he's just straight up white.
No, he's not. That boy mixed.
I'm trying because I was trying to remember. I don't think he qualified for the list when we were trying to figure that out.
That dude. Listen,
I think as they would say, he's Italian. You know, like I think he's that. He's Mike Tirico.
In the words of Mike Tirico, isn't it? In the words of Paul Mooney.
Not according to Mike Tirico, he said he was Italian.
Well, Mike Tirico is, I can't say the word, but yeah. But look, with Andretti, listen, in the words of Paul Mooney, I might not know a space program, but I know a nigga when I see one.
Let me look it up real quick.
Dog, look at him. Look at him long enough.
I legit had to ask, was Juice Robinson or not? Let's not forget that, because I swear, if someone straight up said, do you think Juice Robinson was black? I would have said, yeah, like a dickhead, and they would have been like, sir, you're a racist. And I would have been like, fair point.
Hey, bro, the conversation that y'all had about that is hilarious.
Well, I think it was my first year making the list. It was like, and I'm like, there's a name not on here. I'm like, why isn't Juice Robinson on here? And I was like, oh, like,
is he Italian? Because he from Chicago.
He's from Chicago.
He might be Italian or Polish. No, Polish is a little bit brighter. He might be Italian.
Let me see. Action Andretti. Oh, he's from Philadelphia.
Philly.
Tyler Reber.
Yeah. Okay. Confirms it.
There isn't much to his personal life on Wikipedia.
He might just look up mom. Or look up that. You know what? He might have the Logic thing going on.
Well, Logic is technically black.
No, see, that's what I'm saying.
Wasn't his father black?
His father lighter than me. His father like Michael Beasley complexion.
You're talking about Logic when Isaiah Hartenstein is tall Logic. They're like the same camp.
Yeah, because Isaiah, but Isaiah pops.
Oh, okay. Well, when you do the AI overview on Google, it says Action Andretti confirmed that he is half black. Okay.
You could tell, like certain people, you could tell. It's in there somewhere.
Well, I had thought so, but again, it's that thing of like, am I a racist? I just admitted this about Juice Robinson. So when he debuted, I think that night we were all talking about it in the chat and on the timeline. Like, is he or is he not? But I can remember what at the time Matt had said because he had heard it, obviously with him being around. I don't think again he was from Maryland, but he wrestled in that Maryland area a lot. So I think again when they seem like the same question of like that hair, but the skin,
Well, he always had a perm. That's what. But when you seen him in New Japan, when I used to watch him in New Japan,
No, I'm talking about
America,
Andrade, not Juice Robinson.
yeah, and Jordy, I didn't know him. No disrespect, I didn't know him till AEW.
Yeah, no, and Juice Robinson. Well, this is why the Juice Robinson thing is again why people shouldn't be able to have locks. They shouldn't be able to get away with that at all.
But he rocked it. That's why y'all had that
Well,
question.
that and his skin tone is what I was saying. But again, like, is that a deep tan? Because it's 24/7. It's not like he in the booth like fucking Matt Cardona. Like
right, because he kind of dark skin. He ain't Eli mean, but he dark.
I think he then started to tan more. But before, like his natural skin looked again not like God, who's a good comp that makes sense? Like it's similar to Michael Beasley, I guess.
No, but so all right.
I wouldn't say Michael, but I'm saying like that skin to like now we're getting to a whole color palette of like here, and here. Means
it's like the Family Guy thing. It's a tear to it. So I'm kind of like in between-ish. That's me personally. I'm like,
well, that's why I think it's
here.
hilarious when people think you're another race because I can again, it qualifies when people think you're Mexican. I'm like, yeah, I could see that.
No, they do not think that. So the Puerto Rican homies I work with, they be trying to talk to me, and then they sound like no lie. One of them, he sounded exactly like Tony Montana. And he kind of looked like him.
What's your name, man? What's your name?
Yeah. he be like, hey, Banks, man. He say my first name. He'd be like, hey, I don't need.
Well, that's the real other reason too. That name leans more Dominican Puerto Rican than it does Black, in my opinion.
Yeah, no. We don't want no Dominicans, but yeah, the Puerto Ricans, they be like, they start talking that shit.
Like if you were like how we talked about the name Austin Wells when he was playing for Puerto Rico. That's how seeing your name would be if you were in a batting lineup for the Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico. It'd be like blank Banks, and I'd be like, it makes sense. Yeah, I could see like
Lil Key. I do look like a baseball player, Dominican baseball player. I will admit that.
Again, like look at Karl Anthony Towns. Yeah.
No, but you could tell, yeah, because he's half Dominican, but he just looked Dominican. He built like one too. So
I swear, I've never seen a 6'10" Dominican until Cat.
Oh no, they got some tall ones, not 6'10", but they got some tall ones. And they got weight to them.
Like I said, I've never seen a tall Dominican until Cat. That's where I was like, is he their Yao Ming? Did they build him in the lab? Like, where did he come? Like,
he from Jersey. Everybody from Jersey got height and weight to him.
But no, I'm saying like at that point, like I had never seen a tall Dominican person because in baseball, I don't know. I almost said baseball, like baseball. When you see baseball, you see it just like that. Like, but yeah, that was.
Is Aaron Judge Dominican?
No, he's mixed.
I know. I'm just joking with you. He playing mixed right now.
He was raised by whites.
Really?
Pretty sure. I think he's Jamaican mixed. I think he's got Jamaican ancestry.
Oh, like Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
No, I think his father's from Barbados. Mikhail, yeah, he Barbados, a Virgin Islands.
It's Michael, isn't it?
No, it's Mikhail. If you from the islands, it's Mikhail.
Yeah, but that's when you get in other places, they say the names differently. Yeah.
All right, so what we got next?
What I'm saying, like, I if you want to watch Double or Nothing, I would say yeah, it was a good show.
So we're not gonna talk about the main event and you being right.
What? It's not me to brag about. It's again, I look at an AEW card and look at the pay-per-view schedule. It's the easiest thing, and I'm not saying that's a negative thing. Like that's how lazy Tony Khan is. It just shows you how bad Triple H is that you see a card and you're like, where are the matches going to be? And he's like, I don't fucking know. Like.
My thing is, okay, so MJF is he broke Moxley record, right?
And also, and that you should be again. What did he do? What is it called? Flagging yourself when you like the guy in the Da Vinci Code. That's what you should do because there was no way MJF is going to go to Turkey and shave it all off. That's why I'm like, you're an idiot if you believe he's going to lose this match.
Well, because I had hope, just because every now and then I have a great white hope that I like, and that's Darby Allin, and then. The fact that he from our region of the country makes me.
So is Swerve. I ain't gonna root for regions when you throw shit like that up. I don't give a fuck about Washington or Seattle.
But you know what's crazy? He's like a prime example of cornball brothers that's from like Washington. Not all of them, but they a different type of breed. Okay, let me explain it. So you got Swerve, right? Uncle Delonte got clean. You got him. That's about it. It's just
Jameer Nelson.
Jameer Nelson. Jameer Nelson ain't no weirdo. He just
Yeah,
I ain't
from
gonna.
there though.
Yeah, he from Washington. Isaiah, not Z. Isaiah from there. Jamal Crawford.
Yeah, we talked about this a few weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah. But Swerve is just a cornball. He could be from goddamn space. He is space weirdo.
Well, that's what
so.
he thinks he's from wherever they live in Final Fantasy. That's where he thinks he's from.
And he need to get off the pork, the beef, and the steroids because that gut's starting to
I
go
don't
over
think
that
it's
coat.
even steroids anymore. He's a fat motherfucker is what it is.
Yeah, no, legit. I'm like, bro, this ain't no Michael Jackson.
He literally is like he literally turned from Eddie Lacy in college to Eddie Lacy in the NFL.
Did you see Eddie Lacy like last week?
Yeah, they said. Yeah, I did not believe that was Eddie Lacy.
He lost weight, bro.
Because I'm like, now he don't. I'm like, now he doesn't look like Amp when I saw that picture. But yeah, you had to know MJF was not going to lose that match because he's not going to lose his hair, and it's New York. He's not going to lose in New York. I think the only time he lost in New York was the title change with Samoa Joe.
What did the great? Because I heard one promo that he cut. I heard mixed promo. What did MJF say back to him? Because I haven't heard that part yet.
You think I'm listening to an MJF promo?
But the thing is, people's like, "Ooh, like what can you say to Mick Foley?" Legit, he's one of the few people that's a saint.
Don't forget, he probably said, "Mick, I remember that one time you said the N-word on stage."
That would be actually hilarious. But it's Mick Foley, and I'm gonna be a cone. I'll accept it.
No, but Mick Foley said it in context. He didn't say blank or blanks. He said in the context of someone seeing him and said that about him. It's not a good way to use it. But he wasn't using it in like a frivolous way or a derogatory way. It's actually, I don't want to say it's funny when you hear him say the story, but I understood exactly why he wanted to tell that story.
No, but he's right because that's what I would say. No, but for me being a Mick Foley,
that fell off the sill. That's what they said to him. Like,
but he's right. He's absolutely right. So is he right to say the word? Hell no. But in the context that he said it, yeah, because that's what somebody will say.
Yeah.
Because again, if you don't know
if they saw Jeff Hardy, they would say it's that blank Jeff Hardy. Like,
yeah, no, legit, because it took him years to realize that we fuck with him heavy. But like I said,
Jaden Williams on the Thunder, J Dub, not J Will. Jaden Williams.
It's too many J's.
The number 8, J Dub.
Yeah, the one that's out right now with the hamstring, J Dub.
Yeah, he's got a Jeff Hardy tattoo. Yeah. I saw that on
NBA his hamstring.
Yeah, like on his hamstring.
That's why he hurt.
Area. Well,
he got a man on his skin. Yeah, he got a man on his thigh. You ain't that big. I didn't even know he liked wrestling. He don't talk.
That's probably why. JT didn't talk, and he loves wrestling.
Yeah, that's true. And then he got on the podcast, and he never stopped. Not saying that's a bad thing. But
that's what he's supposed to do on a podcast. He's supposed to talk.
He barely. You see, I listen now because we in the playoffs. He barely be talking. Teague is hilarious because he be sounding like he bored, but I could tell he just again. It's like you don't want to talk about your job at a job because then it just feels like work. He like, dude, I'm retired. I really don't want to talk. I want to talk about it, but not really.
Yeah.
And then when you're a former All-Star and a Hall of Famer, that's why you see inside the NBA. They'll talk about it, then they start talking about random stuff. Well, it's like
because I want to put up this because he wants to talk when he's got people he wants to talk with because he straight up had fucking James Johnson who's rocking this look these days of like what's with Boots Riley, James Johnson bringing back the Black Dynamite, Jim Kelly sideburns. Like what are we doing? I'm not gonna trust a man in 2026 if they got these sideburns.
First of all, let me just say this. Any opinion that Davis has.
I wouldn't trust a white guy if he had the honky tonk Elvis sideburns.
I ain't talking about race. I'm talking about James. It wasn't me, dog. That's
come on. Well,
that's Davis.
Once Dot, because I saw Dot tweet about the interview before I heard myself. Once Dot said he was half Oos, I was like, oh shit. Now it makes sense. Now things make sense.
Yeah, I found that out when
But
Club
he's from
520 first
Wyoming,
started.
so that's where I'm like, what fucking Samoan made the trek to fucking Wyoming?
What black person made the Wyoming besides Kanye? And then the
Yeah,
fact that he know what do you know, Muay Thai or kickboxing?
kickboxing.
So he half Samoan, half black, and he know kickboxing. I'm cool. Y'all can have all the jokes y'all want.
But he almost kind of sounded like Zell to me the way he was talking. He had a very like kind of low demeanor voice.
That should let you know everything you need to
Um,
know. You heard how Chuck Norris used to talk.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah, you Chuck Norris. You hear how he talk. Yeah, that tell you everything you need to know about somebody.
But it was a good interview. But yeah, but again, like I never really thought about James Johnson that much, except the reputation of like he'll fuck someone up because they were talking about how football players were calling Jeff Teague Mike Conley, which is hilarious because I'm like, damn. And Jeff Teague was getting pissed. I'm like, I'd be pissed if you were calling me Mike Conley and I'm not Mike Conley. And
I
then
mean, they played on the same. I think ABC. They was in the same ABC camp, if I'm not mistaken, or AAU team.
yeah, but James Johnson's like, you call him Mike Conley one more time, we'll fuck you up. And then the guy's like, do something. And the other football player's like, nah, he do it. And the guy
Yeah,
stopped after that.
yeah, no,
Uh,
no, no. I remember. Did they tell? I'm gonna listen to the interview. Did T tell that story about how they was at Wake Forest and he kept messing with him, and then James was like, "Say less."
he tells a story of how uh, Jeff was like calling him like, fuck you, fuck your mom, fuck all that. Because of a screen that James Johnson set. And afterwards, James Johnson's like, where the fuck he at? Like, I'm gonna show you where you're at. It's just like that. But like it was a
Yeah,
good
I'm running
interview.
out the
But like,
building.
but here's what I want to say about that. If he's that tough, we saw Lance Stevenson and Michael Beasley fight. And I'm not shocked at the outcome because if someone like you have to put money on this, you have to. I would have put my money on Lance Stevenson from the jump because I'm like, just because Mike Beasley's crazy, Lance Stevenson can anamorph into a dog, and I wouldn't be surprised. Like I would believe Lance Stevenson can do anything that involves violence.
Are you saying that because he from the Bronx? I think he's from the Bronx.
That his look
What's his
and the
look?
look, he just has a look of like he's always angry. Like
This is getting racist, but you right.
no, what was he himself was racist to himself because on the GQ tattoo tour he said my skin too dark to really see my tattoos. He had said that while they asked him what his tattoos were and what they meant. He's like, I know you can't really see them because my skin's too dark. That's why I don't know why I keep getting them. But no, Lance
What does
Stevenson,
my tattoo
and
say?
don't forget, Lance
Sweet.
Stevenson also had allegations, which is why that fucked him up in the draft.
I don't remember his allegations.
I think he had slapped someone up.
Okay, what's the problem?
I think of a different gender. That's what I'm saying.
What's the problem?
You want to have this time, huh? You want to apologize, huh?
Hey man, sometimes the hot pocket to get warmed up, and you
But
hungry.
but just because that reputation of like so and so is crazy doesn't always mean that so and so can fight, right? So that's
Yeah,
why I'm not. That's why I'm not surprised it played out the way it did. Because I'm like, if someone's like, even though I like I was saying in the chat, like Mike Beasley was throwing hands in a way like, oh shit, like he knew how to use his reach. But Lane Stevenson again was a smarter fighter. Like I'm not gonna just let you throw punches at me. I'm gonna shoot you for a takedown and choke you out, which is why he won. I was more shocked that Johnny Manziel was throwing fucking leg kicks like it was a legit UFC fight. I'm like, who trained Johnny Manziel how to throw great leg kicks? Like he's not worried he's gonna snap his own fucking shin like Chris Weidman or Anderson Silva. That's always crazy to me. But overall, when these guys are like, so and so's a real tough guy, I'm like, well, James Johnson should fight Lane Stevenson or fight, someone for real. Let's see it. Because now everyone's gonna be like, well, we saw Mike Beasley get choked out by his own teammate because they play together in the Big Three. So now I think we got to run this anytime someone's like, so and so's a real tough guy. Like, we'll go prove it.
yeah. Was this on the same card with that Ray J shit?
Yeah.
So everybody went was just dude. This is the I need to pay my rent card. Okay. That's why I'm watching shit. Hey man, listen, I keep trying to tell
I didn't
people
watch it. I just watched it on Twitter the next day. I was not staying up to watch that.
again, I keep saying Aiden Ross is the feds, but I could say more, but I don't want to say more on FCC airwaves. But he one of them agents.
What type of Fed? Like a Mossad Fed or a?
Let me see if I can do my best impersonation. that.
But
You
I
feel
mean,
me?
again,
MJF, that's what I'll say. He MJF, homie.
but I agree with you. Like, people willingly working with him is very, as Brad Pitt and Inglourious Bastards would say, suspicious. But yeah, like Ray J obviously lied about. I'm not mad that Ray J lied about dying, saying he had 3 months. Like who's gonna believe anything Ray J says in 2026 when he said his glasses wouldn't break on camera and Speedy Norman broke them shits right in front of them? So why are you gonna believe a guy says I got 3 months to live and he's obviously still alive?
And he's acting like he was in Resident Evil Outbreak. Dog, if you got stuff, blood coming out your eyes and nose, that mean you ain't got months, brother. You got moments
Exactly.
till it's
Like, all right,
over.
congratulations, you hired a prop master. Great. Like,
And Keek's funny as hell. She was like, why would you quote what is it called on TikTok? Why would you quote tweet whatever it is on TikTok about somebody saying, what you supposed to die? Like, yeah.
that's what I was saying. Like, that's more real than the wrestling journalist, because that kid straight up was like, "Ain't you supposed to be dead? Like, why are you here?"
Yeah, and then you can't box if you dying, because yeah.
Well, he couldn't box anyway, as we saw, because he got his shit rocked.
Well, he's out, dude. Him and Adrian. Well, first of all, no, let's not play
I would
when it
say
comes to that
Adrian Broner
comparison.
would, and out of shape
Kill
Adrian
him.
Broner would have killed him.
Out of shape. That's what people don't realize. I'm like, dude, out of shape alcoholic.
AKA Van's doppelganger.
Hilarious. I gotta tell him, you said that they sound alike. They damn near built alike. Man, you know I love you, but come on, bro.
I say that again. Anytime I say so and so looks like so and so, that we're cool with them, it's all out of love. Like I said, again, I say that about him, and they say I look like every white guy, so I'm not going to be like, oh, how dare you? Again, Amp said I look like Huckleberry Finn in that Afro Man picture. Like, what do you mean?
But the one the quote that had me in tears was Zell said this was like an ECW tag team.
Yeah, roadkill. And who would
That's dude with the
like?
overalls, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, the fat dude. Yeah, I
the
remember
Amish dude.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, because Pennsylvania, yeah, okay. Now I remember the correlation. Well, I wonder where he at.
if he's in ECW, they're probably 6 feet under.
Everybody did from ECW. Well, Raven,
Just about.
never mind.
Just about. Knock, knock, knocking on heavens. That's what they're doing.
I don't know Raven knocking on that door, but all right, because again, him, Aiden Ross, MJ.
Yeah. But
He said he don't practice, but let's go.
of course he doesn't. Look at him.
Come on, man. What why are we typecasting him?
No, how many? It's just like fucking your man's Vampiro. What white Canadians want to be Las Cholas forever? Like, huh?
I think he's still in Mexico.
I was into the culture, man. That's all I wanted to be, you know. That's
Hey,
why I started talking like this. Like, you're from Winnipeg. Shut up, Ian.
You know he got the shake and bake too. They better not give him no rattles.
Oh, like I'm again. Oh, him and Ray J.
But Ray J, but no, legit people, Adrian Broner, I don't care how drunk he is, which is yes, love him. He can knock out an average human being.
And I was gonna say, yeah, human being, but not anybody.
Yeah.
A regular person.
Boxing wise, no. Damn near anybody. Excuse me. Almost anybody in the world. He's a professional. He's WBA champ. I think WBC champ as well. In like 2 weight classes.
Yeah, but then he also lost to old Manny Pacquiao too. So
it's Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, clean and not clean. It's a different
all right,
beast.
all right. We're not taking it that. Okay, all right.
He went from featherweight to world, bro. Manny Pacquiao. Hold on, let me see if I can do my Roger. Man, he ain't the clean fighter. And you know he don't even stutter. He take 10 minutes to get to the next center. Well, you Manny. But I trained him. He a good fighter, but he ain't clean. God bless Roger Mayweather, man. Speaking of shake and bake, that's his brain cells. But get well soon.
Well, one guy is signing up for one more season to potentially be shaked and baked. Aaron Rodgers said, "Yep, this is my last season."
I just thought about Uncle Roger ain't with us no more. All right, yeah, get to the next thing.
I'm glad I didn't say from one Roger to another.
I
But
mean, it might be over, man. He got to pay the piper, as they say.
Might. It was over last year. You saw him throwing those passes like
Last year, 3 years ago.
but no, last year more so he was like dropping back and being like, ugh. Like he was walking on like his feet have turned all the way up to the other side. That's how he was walking.
Like, bow-legged?
Yeah, no, I'm saying like it's like his feet were reversed. Like they were sticking out backward. That's how bad he was walking. And yet they somehow still made the playoffs just to get embarrassed by CJ Stroud's incompetence. Ridiculous. But he said, "This is my last season." To go out with one of your prime ops as your coach, this guy, he's just, as everyone says, he's a diva. He's always been a diva about shit like this. Like he wants to have all this turmoil for his retirement season that he's willing to fucking play for Mike McCarthy, who is so desperate for a coaching gig that he took the Steelers, which is like a bad gig to have.
Yes.
Yeah, because this would be his last ride, too. When they lose, they're going to kick him up.
Well, I think it's going to be his last ride because never mind.
You want to put in
He
a private
eats too
jet?
much. Look at him. I don't know how is he that big. He's just like,
I mean, Coach Reed eat a lot, too.
yeah, but winning has kept him alive.
Good point. He don't want to go back to Torrance, so.
He was even winning in Philly without winning a title, but still, like.
Yeah, but look who he had. He had a great team, probably one of the greatest teams ever. But McNabb, T.O., I'll be stress eating as well. I'll be having the Philly cheesesteak every 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's probably what kept him alive. But Mike McCarthy's fat ass is like, okay, Aaron, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna.
That's how you sound.
Yeah.
You don't sound like that stuff.
Yeah, he does. You've heard he's just like because the only time I've really heard him talk where he was like, here's the play sheet for the Cowboys. I put a smiley face on this one. That's how I know it's a play Dak likes or something like that. Which
Didn't somebody say it was a Waffle House menu?
might as well have been. Again, don't reference Waffle House with me because I'll bring up that guy. The wrestling guy.
The young fella, man, leave him alone, man.
Young fella.
He younger than you.
He's 5 young fellas put together. What do you mean, young fella?
Yeah.
That's a big kid too.
Kid, again, what do you mean, kid? Like, what do you?
He's a kid, man.
Oh, save it.
I just thought about something. I saw him, me, Cody, and Eve seeing him in person. I just thought about that. And then Manny was talking shit. I'm like, Manny, this kid, like 6'4", 6'5", you done. Matt LaFleur.
Mike LaFleur. Yeah.
Let me see. No, it's LaFleur. Let me see his comment again, King.
He was right that it was
King David.
That he was the youngest coach hired in the cycle. But to be fair, it's not like the other coaches aside from McCarthy were that much older.
Yeah.
And in terms of I'd say brand new coaches, if that's what David wants to be specific about, because Robert Salah is older, but again, he's not that old compared to like Mike McCarthy. And
look at the job he has to take too, LaFleur. He got to take that job in Arizona. I'm cool, bro. Just let me file for unemployment. Like, you get a scenery.
Because right now it's like Jacoby Brissett's like, you got to give me a good contract. And it's like, you're fucking Jacoby Brissett. What do you mean we got to give you a good contract? You should be giving us a contract.
I think he got it today.
Let me see.
I seen something on ESPN or they trying to negotiate, but they close. They close to agreement.
But again, this is Jacoby Brissett. He does nothing. Nothing.
Brother, Kyler Murray's going. Jacoby is the next best thing.
What did Kyler Murray do? He made the playoffs once.
Yeah, that was once like 3. That was in the 3rd grade. That was 3 years ago. I think I'm overwhooping it. I think it's 2.
It says they're significantly far apart in contract and negotiations.
But who else can they get? Who did they pick up in the draft?
Literally anybody. Again, like you just said, they're not going to win right away. Put anyone at quarterback for a year, and then you get a top guy next year.
They won't get a top guy next year.
Yes, they will. They have their pick.
I'm saying who's coming out the draft? Let's say 2027,
It'll be Arch
2028.
Manning. It'll be
in that system. They don't have a
Yeah.
system. I don't think Art. I
That's
like
why
Arch.
Mike LaFleur is there to build a fucking system.
What system is the Mike LaFleur? Did you see what he
Well,
did with the Packers?
it's based off the Shanahan tree. No, that's Matt LaFleur. Mike LaFleur is his brother.
Yeah, I'm tripping. So with Mike,
Every
nah,
Mike LaFleur,
dude.
when he was in New York with Robert Saleh, they had Zach Wilson. They had no pieces in that New York Jet system when Robert Saleh was there with Mike LaFleur.
But what pieces they got in Arizona besides
They
Starvin
drafted
Harrison,
Jeremiah
pop
Love.
son?
They
Yeah,
got Marvin Harrison Jr. I think they got another decent receiver, but that's what they're trying to do is rebuild.
I don't even
But
think
again,
Arch. I think Arch got 2 years left.
playing
I think he
football in
might.
general,
No. I'm saying in college, I think he needed. He
no,
actually
this
needed
is
to
his
do all
senior year.
4.
No, this is his senior year.
I thought he had 3.
No, he wasted 2 sitting on the bench. Last year was his first year starting.
Oh, that's right. Because I'm like, wait a minute.
Because
But no, no,
Rajah
no.
Belson,
Doesn't it carry over? Because they got the
no,
NIL thing
he doesn't have the COVID year.
3 years ago. Okay, yeah, you're right. My fault. Because I'm thinking about the
Only if you were to
NIL
get
type deals.
injured, if you were to get injured under, I think it's under 4 or 5 games, and like miss the whole season, he could get injury exemption year. But he shouldn't have a right to extend his college football career based off that he started in 2023, and like I said, that's why people are like he should have redshirted that first year. But he
Right.
probably thought he was going to start the second year no matter what. But right now, Rajah Belson's his backup, and he was the top 5 QB in his class, something like that.
I'm thinking about something. So next year, I don't see. So like you said, so with
There's
Jacoby,
also like 3 other guys. Let me look it up real quick.
because I'm just thinking about who wants to tank
Oh
for
yeah, the
Arch.
quarterback for Oregon, but I don't think he's going to be good at all. Dante Moore.
He might end up going to the Saints. Arch.
Let me see. They got Arch Manning, Jeremiah Smith is a receiver, Dante Moore. They say CJ Carr from Notre Dame. Again, I think he would probably need another year, honestly. Who are the other quarterbacks?
And we gonna go back to talk about Aaron
Drew
Rodgers, people.
Mestamaker. He went from North Texas to Oklahoma State. What's confusing is the guy Sorsby who went from Cincinnati to Texas Tech, but he's the guy who's involved in the gambling scandal. So he could potentially be drafted in the supplemental draft instead of the actual draft if they kick him out of college. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, the Arch Manning thing, this is going to be his real test because last year was his real starting year. But as everyone would agree, like they lost the good players that Texas had the previous 2 years. Oh, there's the quarterback at LSU who was from Arizona State, Sam Levitt. The quarterback Miami got who was from Duke. The quarterback at USC who's an Oos, he won't be good. Lenore Sellers from South Carolina. He's got a lot of like good physical tools. But again, he'll be knocked that he's not that good of a passer. And then the Ohio State QB, Julian Sand, I think he's not going to be that good either because that's more of a system, as we've all seen with Ohio State QBs.
Shit, I just thought about something. So I'm thinking, and again, people, this is why we were good at this because it's gonna circle right back to Aaron Rodgers.
That's why fucking Pittsburgh is like, let's just run it back with him.
Yeah.
Because they drafted Drew Aller from Penn State, but he missed half of Penn State seasons last year with an injury, and the whole thing is like Mike McCarthy is trying to restart everything he's learned as a quarterback. So Arizona's going to need a QB for sure next year. The people in New Orleans like the QB they got, that Tyler Shuck. They like him. And then who else would need a QB? The Jets obviously, because they brought back Geno. So
didn't the coach say Geno Smith is the quarterback for the future? I was like, that was 10 years ago.
Well, Aaron Glenn's not going to have a job in the future, so it doesn't matter what he says. And yeah, but I mean, Arizona is not going to be good regardless because look at who's in their division. The 3 teams that made the playoffs.
Yeah.
San Francisco, Seattle, and Los Angeles. So it doesn't matter what Arizona does. They're not going to make it out of that division regardless. So they can fuck about all they want.
All right. So again, people, nobody cares about Aaron Rodgers. His whole family don't. I didn't even know he was married till I sent that tweet to Davis. I was
Well,
like, he's
do
married?
you want to know why he got married?
Is she into stones and caverns and in the dark sleep and all that?
Maybe another Q. Well, which QB are you saying they're going to keep? Because they also have Taylor Green from Arkansas. He's a guy
Yeah.
who, if he sits for a year, could probably develop because he's got all the physical tools as a runner, and he's 6'6". But he would need to develop his arm because you can tell probably that Todd Monken's like, I coach Lamar. I know how to build guys like these. So I'm going to make him sit all year, develop as a passer. The next year, run with him if he's not confident in Shador. Because we know who for sure ain't starting any fucking games. That broken down piece of shit, Deshaun Watson.
You know what's crazy? I think he actually gonna play.
And that little Hawaiian ain't going to play no fucking games either.
Who was the little one?
Dylan Gabriel.
I just wanted you to say the name. And then, all right, so we just giving up on Shador.
No, I'm saying like if Shador doesn't do well, he's going to be moved because I think Taylor Green's going to have a better future in Cleveland than Shador.
I think Deshaun is actually gonna play this year. Speaking of one last ride, bro.
The guy who's like, I don't think MJF is going to win it is like Deshaun Watson. He's going to start some games.
I think he's gonna play this year.
How many games?
Yes.
No. How many games? I want to hear it right now. How many games do you think he's playing? He's not playing more than
Two.
3. He's brittle. He's too old. He's too brittle.
Yeah.
That's Deshaun Watson to a T. He's broken down, used up, and he's got all the negative karma going against him.
That's all I'm saying. And it's been, what, 2 or 3 years of this?
It's been 6
No,
years
no.
of it
since he left the Texans.
He left them in 2022.
3. Was it 2?
Yeah, because he actually had to sit out the year with the injury he had with them, and then
That seems to be a constant thing.
The Texans or him?
Both. No, but with him.
He's like, when you look at his career, like it's almost like a Ja Morant, Zion. Think of like you've played half your season so far. Like, are you really worth all this?
No, but I don't know how he got that
What do you mean
contract.
you never understood? They're the Cleveland Browns. They don't do anything that makes sense, Davey. Like they have done nothing.
They were talking about prior to the draft getting rid of Myles Garrett, future Hall of Famer Myles Garrett.
Well, Myles Garrett's also a big idiot too because he's like, yeah, I'll sign that extension. Like, are you stupid or are you mental? Which is like.
But remember, he kept saying like, "I'm out, I'm out, I'm out." Then they threw the money at him. He was like, "I'm in, I'm in, I'm in." But then they said they want to trade him.
No, he was hoping that they would sign him to that contract because he would get all the money by staying. He would get the bigger extension by staying, and then that they would be so bad, a team would offer like 3 number 1 picks for him, and that's how they could restart. That's what they're hoping for. Like if they start 2-7 this year, and I think trade deadline is before week 9. If they start like under 2 wins in the first 7 weeks before the trade deadline. That's what they're going to hope is that a team is going to be desperate to trade for him for like 3 picks in the upcoming draft.
Yeah, he already said, "I want to be in a winning situation." It's like, but you just signed a contract.
Well, they at least had made the playoffs 2 times in his. That's not much. But I'm saying they made that one COVID year.
Hey, that's better than what they were prior to that.
Well, no, and then they made the playoffs within the last 3 years with that Joe Flacco season. Remember? So that's why in his mind,
Joe Flacco.
Like, Joe Flaccid, or what did Skip Bayless call him?
Fluco. Did he change the name?
Fluco? Okay.
Yeah, he called him Fluco. Flaccid is hilarious.
I've heard someone else call him Joe Flaccid.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But no, Skip has been calling him Joe Fluco since I think since 2006.
Yeah. I mean, and he's probably going to get another shot this year.
With who?
If they brought Phillip Rivers from the dead, they can start Joe Flacco. They got Phillip Rivers off the couch. Do you remember that one time when Chris Harris hadn't been in TNA for years, and then he showed up super fat, to team with Matt Hardy, and it was like, what the fuck is going on?
Like he was built like this. His hat was little. The
hat wasn't little. He was too big, is what it was. The hat wasn't. The hat didn't shrink. He got too big for the hat.
And you know that southerner look with the cheeks out, pause, the cheeks out like this, and
No, that's not that's the alcoholic look, is what that is. That's not the southerner look.
remember they
Is
had
it?
a segment about that when he was when he was drinking.
Well, James Storm was the drinker of America's Most Wanted.
No, but Chris Harris had like a little segment because they was having him like a redemption. He was like, I'm an alcoholic, and the beer money thing is real. But
But
yeah, y'all living y'all gimmick.
you want to talk about NBA playoffs real quick before we get to the main two topics?
Yeah.
Well, the Cavs are probably going to get eliminated tonight, which isn't a shocker because again, it's a James Harden, Donovan Mitchell team, and they were destined to lose.
But
And
when I
then
call Donovan Mitchell a loser, I'm the bad guy.
you only call him a loser because he got a woman,
Mm-mm.
as I've been saying. And I agree with you that he's a guy who's gotten a lot of praise for not ever doing anything
I've never been a
spectacular.
fan. I promise, right-handed guy, never been a fan.
His game is good, but I agree with you that for some reason the media is just like, oh, this guy, this Donovan Mitchell, and it's like because you played in Utah and then you played now in Cleveland, like you've always been surrounded by at least two other good pieces.
Yeah, I mean, because when he played in Utah, it was Gobert. Derek Favors on that team?
Mike Conley,
Mike Conley was on that team. Mike
yeah,
was on that team. Who am I'm missing a four. I think it was no. Paul was gone at that point. Paul Millsap was
yeah,
gone.
he had been gone, yeah.
We got Aaron in front of us. I try to remember who was at the four. It was somebody. It wasn't Al. Al
It
was
probably
gone.
was Derek Favors, and then they probably swapped him out for
Okay, yeah, it was
John
Derek, Rudy,
Collins. No. Oh, I think John
John.
Collins was probably gone by the time he went to Cleveland. Yeah.
John, I can't remember what all teams John been on. I just remember him jumping over that paper plane and busting it.
All right, let's see. So they drafted him in 2017. Remember, he's part of the Jason Tatum, Lonzo Ball.
Great
His
draft.
rookie year teammates were Tony Bradley, Alec Burks, Jay Crowder, Dante Exum, Derek Favors, Rudy Gobert, Rodney Hood, Joe Ingles, Jonas Jerebko, Joe Johnson, George Niang, Royce O'Neal, Ricky Rubio, Tabo Sevalosha, Ekpe Udo. Yeah, he played. Yeah, Derek Favors was there for a while still. Grayson Allen was then on that team. Yeah, in the future seasons. But my point is, like, Bojan Bogdanovic, he always had good players around him. It's just the thing of, but I also have said this before, him doing that whole rookie Adidas shirt by saying, like, what's the definition of a rookie? Because he got mad that Ben Simmons took his rookie of the year because Ben Simmons missed his initial one and then played the 2017 season as a rookie.
Yeah.
So you got, and that's my thing about why I don't like Dame, because those Adidas guys that get on their head about being inferior, because they are. You signed with Adidas for a reason. You ain't a top guy. If you were, Nike would have signed you. Derek Favors. I didn't like Derek Favors' game. I thought he was a guy who was really overrated. Even though it's not crazy to say, even though it is kind of crazy to say Derek Favors is overrated, but it's like he did nothing. Like, he wasn't impressive.
Yeah,
Right.
nah, I don't remember his game in 2K.
You got 16 and 8, big fucking deal.
Yeah, I mean Terrence Jones. Oh, Terrence Jones was on New Orleans. I was like, was Terrence Jones on that team? He was on New Orleans.
Terrence Jones was on a lot of teams.
He was a journeyman. Terrence Jones was a journeyman around the time.
Terrence Jones, yeah, on the 520 I was into earlier. But
Ed Davis,
yeah, Davis.
LA's own.
But that's the Donovan Mitchell thing, because now and then when he got to Cleveland, him, Darius Garland, like you said, Jared Allen, who you don't like, Evan Mobley.
No, I don't dislike Jared Allen. It's just this ain't 1972.
How are you gonna expect him to do more when he's a center that can't shoot like most centers?
Yeah, but he hasn't rebounded, he hasn't boxed out, or he hasn't gotten blocks either lately.
True, but
and he just don't move his feet. That's why, like, the 2 times they've been in the playoffs in the past 20 years, I can't even say 20 years. That's a lie. LeBron got them there. But since LeBron left, the 2 times that they've been there,
yeah,
it does. But since, LeBron left and went to LA, in the past 10 years, they've only been there, twice?
No,
Uh,
they've been in the playoffs.
8 years. I'm sorry, because he left
They've been in the
2018.
last 4 playoffs. I'm pretty sure.
I couldn't tell you. Look, like I keep telling tell, excuse me, like I keep telling Eve, dude, they just bore me. Like the Cavs are just
Yeah.
boring, dude. Because it's like I don't like your turn, my turn basketball. Shoot a three. They got the guy with the ponytail
Nah.
that looked like the Zohan
Max
shooting the
Strus.
three. Yeah, that's shooting threes. It's like Evan Mobley style of play. Just it's weird. It's like he just tall, lanky for no reason. He won defensive player of
What
the
do you
year.
mean no reason? That's how he was born.
Yeah,
You
just
mean he doesn't
just
use it? Yeah.
yeah, USC's on, but that's what they do. USC don't have a ton of great players. Like the last one before him was like Taj Gibson
Yeah,
or
I was gonna
Nick
say the only
Young.
good players to come out of USC in this era had been Nick Young, Taj Gibson. Would you say OJ Mayo? Would you give him that credit? Because he'd be more disappointing than anything.
Man, we need to get OJ Mayo on the pod. Chat, let us know if you want OJ Mayo
Why
on the
would I
pod.
want to talk to OJ Mayo? What's OJ? I forget. What's the OJ stand for? OJ Mayo?
Orange juice.
Because it's not Orenthal James. I know that.
It might be. He was chopping up something else.
It is Ovitten Janthony. Wow, that is a name.
Spell that?
Ovitten, Ovinton, and then J apostrophe Anthony Mayo. Ovitten Janthony.
Yeah, he's definitely.
Or maybe it's J Anthony, which would still be even crazy because then if you say his full name, but yeah.
J. Anthony Brown, the comedian.
Oh, he's from West Virginia? Oh, that's where he was born. Oh, he's not from LA at all. Yeah.
No, I knew that. With a name like that? No.
With a name like that, okay.
With a name like that. Yeah, he ain't from LA. The homies would be clowning him. Oh, Vin,
Yeah, he's
what's
from
that,
Huntington, West Virginia.
He's definitely named after his great grandfather. Oh, Vitten. Say what's the J stand for again?
He's a coach in China. Holy shit.
Remember he got banned from the NBA because he was smoking. He was smoking that shit.
Yeah, it was him. Him and Tyreek had those back-to-back bans where he was on what was it?
PCP.
That's what I'm trying to find out. But Tyreek Evans, I think, has been suspended for taking steroids. And
so was Paul George this season.
Yeah.
They try to say it's antidepressants. Nah, come on, man. Paul George looked like he got diesel like in 2 weeks. And then he was playing kind of like the old Paul George. I said, nah, that's not no antidepressants.
They gave him the gimmick. They put a needle in my arm.
Unless he start taking peptides.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that, Amp. I never. That's why, like I said, I couldn't remember what the OJ and OJ Mayo said.
No, OJ Simpson Mayo.
But that's another thing again where it should have been eerie of like, why is this guy named OJ coming to USC? That would have been an indicator. Like, I'm not offering this guy the scholarship. I don't like. That's my like weird. Again, I'm not a religious guy, but that's like my weird indicator. Like,
yeah, certain things you can't make up.
Yes, or that you can't allow to happen. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah, certain things you can't make up, and that's one of them. Because I didn't even think about that until you just said it. I'm like,
well, that's why I thought he was from LA. Because like I thought they would have named him at OJ after OJ Simpson. So, but
damn, I never thought about that. You're right, and I've been knowing about OJ Mayo since 2007. Because when did he get to the Grizzlies? 2009, right?
He was in the 08 draft. Don't forget.
Okay, yeah, 08, 09.
Minnesota drafted him.
Johnny Flynn.
No. Memphis had the 3rd pick in Kevin Love, but they drafted him to then trade him to Minnesota for OJ Mayo at 4 to do like they were fucking with Minnesota by picking Kevin Love before them. So
because the 09 was Johnny Flynn, Ricky Rubio
back to back with Steph Curry after. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Jeff Teague draft, the Brandon Jennings draft, all that.
And 08 was James Harden. No, that was Russ.
That's 09. James Harden is 3rd.
That was Russ 08 because they were still in Seattle. 09 was James Harden. And all right, cool. So let's talk about this. It's been 16 years. My math is messed up.
Since that draft?
17. It's 17 years since that draft. yeah, 17 years since that drive. All right, a 17-year vet. Eventually, you get old. I know we used to vets now playing like they still young, like Kevin Durant, LeBron. But James Harden is old now. He's out of shape. He's always been out of
Well,
shape.
I was about to say, you first of all, you can't forget that the reason James Harden went third is because he had to play 2 years at Arizona State because he was fat, and then they were worried about his asthma. I think he had like asthma or something like that.
You could tell he hooped like he got asthma. That's why he be waiting to get to the lane. He be
like he's Stevie, like pass me the ball. Like,
did you see what they did to Stevie?
I didn't watch the show. No,
I ain't watched it either.
Stevie
but
was
did
a
you
funny
see it?
character though. Stevie's a great character.
Yeah, he funny now. You see what's going on?
They give him fine shit.
You said what? Say it again.
Did they give him fine shit?
Define fine shit.
Again, I didn't watch the 4 episodes, but
So?
like Stevie builds a fucking mecha suit to beat up Reese. Like Stevie was great as a character.
So let me explain it to you this way. Depending on what you into, that deters what we define fine shit.
You like Little Women, so don't be judging people.
So let me flip this again. Do you like your burger medium rare or well done? And I tell you everything. Okay, let me go further. I wish you understand.
No. I'm going back. I'm going staring it back. Staring it back. Like, all right. So you're saying James Harden was the 09 draft? Yes, but so was Steph Curry, and he's still. Granted, this year he was injured.
This wasn't a good season. This is his worst season to me since he had legit ankle problems, and that 2021.
But again, did he
James
have
Wiseman
these ankle problems? As I've been saying,
no, it's his wife. Yeah. That's the ankle problem.
And that he's thirsty for attention now. He's reached that stage where he wants to like.
He barely talk. What are you talking about?
That's what, because the woman won't let him talk, so he's got to do other shit.
And I ain't seen her in a while. Let's go back to OJ.
All right, Jada Pinkett, leave that out of here. All right, just because a woman ain't been seen in a while doesn't mean she's in a basement dead. Okay, settle down.
Why you had to go that way?
That's how you treat it. What do you mean? You said we ain't seen Jada Pinkett in 3 years.
My fault.
But. And who else? Oh, well, Blake Griffin retired 4 years ago. That's how bad his career played out with the injuries. So I understand what you're saying.
Well, that and the woman, ironically, from USC running his pockets.
Yeah, I saw that. Did you see that graphic where
the two players?
Her father. I'm sorry. Her brother is Jordan Cameron, who played in the NFL, but he's married to Tiger Woods' ex-wife.
Wait, Tiger got.
No, I'm saying so.
You talking about the one that ran him off the road?
His ex-wife is married to Jordan Cameron, whose sister is the baby mother to Matt Leinart and Blake Griffin.
I thought she was foreign.
Tiger Woods' wife is foreign, but I'm saying she was married to Jordan Cameron, whose sister is the USC girl you're talking about.
Yeah, no, because I'm thinking like her name was like Wachowski or something Swedish. I don't know.
No. But everyone's like that's a like that family made sure they struck.
They got a lineage because you seen the graphic that they had for her when she sued him for child support. We sound like the tea room.
Well,
it's the football player. I forgot what team he played for. I think he went to USC.
He played for the Dolphins and the Browns.
Okay, so she running his pockets for like 100.
No, I'm saying that's her brother. That's what I'm. Are you? I'm talking to Devin now. What's going on? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I literally just explained it to you. Like, I just said, Jordan Cameron's sister. That's like.
Sorry. It's like the NY
that's
tree.
That's the woman. So they're saying like her brother made this much. She's made this much by being a baby mom. That's what you're trying to say. Yeah. Yeah. Again, their family, a bunch of white grifters from SoCal.
Really?
No, that's what it looks like.
We got to find out where they're from. We got time.
All right, I'll tell you.
Now I'm actually interested.
But she was like a volleyball player at USC or something like that. Again, not a good looker. Blake Griffin was just horny.
I seen one picture of her because they had the picture with the baby.
I'm going to say this. A lot of the times, they be picking the wrong white women.
A lot of the times, 98% of the time.
Well, I'm saying like they never really go after a top tier white woman.
Define top tier, and I can give you some names.
They don't go after Hillary Duff. They don't go after a type like that, as we discussed. Like they like
Mandy Rose.
yeah, even that's better than Jordan Cameron's sister.
Okay, what about Lotto?
All right, we're not doing that.
Okay, Jackie. No, I ain't gonna ask you that because you gotta be disrespectful.
Bryn Cameron, all right, that's her name.
Yeah, what about Cameron Brink? Do you find Cameron Brink attractive?
In a way, yeah.
In a way, it's hilarious.
No, because it's like when you see her on the court, no. Because like when you see actual like WNBA players on the court, they look both good off and on. But Cameron Brink on the court, no. Cameron Brink, like if she was just a regular model, yeah.
You know who she looked like? And I think people have said this before, so I don't want to steal nobody's joke.
Oh, she was a USC basketball player. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I knew she did something at USC. But I think the dude, the first kid's father, played at USC, if I'm not mistaken, as well. And that's how they met.
Details of a $258,000.
Yeah.
Whoa.
She ran it up on him, and I think Blake got paid more.
No, that is a Blake run. I don't know what Matt Liner has to pay her.
I think he got to pay like $100.
Again, being tunnel buddies with Matt Liner, shit.
That's crazy. I mean, he had a run.
What run? You talk about Cardinals QBs, he was trash.
I think he had a run.
Kurt Warner had to take his job. That's how bad Matt Liner was.
Hey, Kurt Warner was about 120 at that point.
Oh,
Joe Louis.
Jesus is going to save us. Kurt Warner had to
take Matt Liner's Why you got to bring up that man belief system? Somebody got him there. He got drafted at 38 years old.
He wasn't drafted. He was signed.
Again, to go from doing groceries to then going to the Arena Football League to the. I saw that biopic, by the way, too. I fell asleep 10 minutes.
I don't know why you watched that. I don't know why I watched what I watch coming up in our next segment, but I don't know why you watched that.
Dog, I tell you what, I had some of the best sleep ever.
And you wonder why I hate biopics. Prime example right there.
They didn't need to do a biopic for him. It made $2, dog, and that was my $2.
And you ain't even a Rams fan. That's the thing. Like,
yeah, I was just like, I'll watch it. I mean, it felt like a Hallmark movie. That's what I'll say.
Well, it's supposed to be. Again, the whole thing about Hallmark movies is that they're basically religious propaganda without being overtly religious.
Yeah, that's what it was, because it was Mr. Fantastic. So I forgot his name.
No, it was Zach Levy, Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck. There you go, my guy, Chuck.
You thought he was Ian Griffin from the
Office.
Original Fantastic Four?
No, from the Office.
Oh, John Krasinski. You thought he was John Krasinski? They don't even look alike.
They kind of do.
No, that's a bad white person. Looks like this white person.
And shouts out to my guy Chuck. I used to work on that show. He was cool.
No, do not shout him. He's a big RFK guy. Don't forget that.
Really?
Yeah, him and Aaron Rodgers were like mega powers when it came to supporting RFK.
Who did I see you yesterday and I was in tears? They found out that play for
Oh, you sent me that video of the guy relating to Jackson Dart. Is that
Jackson Dart. Yeah, because they was talking about how are the Giants gonna handle this.
First of all, again, like I said, I like Jackson Dart as a player, but if you heard Jackson Dart speak ever, you would be like, oh yeah, he's an idiot. This guy's a fucking idiot. Like, again, hello, McFly, anyone else? That's Jackson Dart. Like,
dude, because they said this is how you know ESPN just don't care.
Abdul Carter being like, I thought this was AI was hilarious. So, because you see, you legit did. Ain't no fucking way this is real. Like,
I thought it was fake too. I saw the TikTok first.
I almost thought it was fake when he was just like, Jackson, when the guy in charge is like, Jackson, what woman wouldn't want to tackle him? A handsome guy. Look at that guy over. Like, are you trying to fuck the New York Giants quarterback? Like, what's wrong with you? Like,
yeah.
I know what's in those files basically says so, but still, it's like openly he's just like, what a good looking kid. Yeah.
Let's be honest, man. The Giants don't play in New York; they play in Jersey. If you look at Jersey,
look at the Jets. All right, if you want to take it to that route,
exactly. So people mad, and they talk about how's the locker room respond. You mean the same locker rooms in the NFL where women were the women beat the women? They was doing that. They was doing a lot of, taking
the Richie Incognito stuff. Yeah, again, it's an NFL locker room for a reason.
taking cookies. I'll say that. A lot of cookie taking. So y'all saying this the worst thing?
It was just that it was so out of nowhere compared to like, why did this happen? Yeah.
Yeah. But
He invites like what I'm saying, like what was this press conference or what was he speaking for? Like what was this arrangement? Why do you need the New York Giants quarterback to introduce him? Like
yeah, I don't know. And then it's just like, is it gonna make the locker room weird? Probably not, because they still got
they
OTAs don't
played
start
around
to
racist their whole entire lives from coaches to other players. That's why I'm like, this shouldn't be new to Abdul Carter. James Franklin was your coach. And I think speaking of James Franklin, I think he's one of them who's like Mike Tirico, like don't because James Franklin likes to throw on that black coaching of I'm like, I don't know. You seem like you like to judge them other folks.
right. But
Well,
I'm like,
Richard Sherman is also you don't get me started on Richard Sherman. I've said the only two people I would kill from if I could get away with it besides Hitler would be
well, this episode ties for two reasons. You would double with it.
I hate Richard Sherman more than just as much as I hate Hitler. Yeah.
He played on your team.
I hated him then. I don't know. Again, like just because you play for my team now doesn't mean I'm ever going to forgive you. I don't like Brock Purdy and he plays for my fucking team. What do you mean? Like
Brock Purdy or Nick Bosa?
See right there. And again,
who would you save in a burning building?
Nick Bosa. Yeah. Despite what he would call me, you would say this blank lover saved me.
That's what I'm like. Wait, you sure you want to do that?
I would let Brock Purdy burn. I don't. Yeah.
What did he do?
I can't stand. Again, it's a play clock. You've played quarterback your whole fucking life, and you're like, what? Where's that clock coming from? What? Huh?
His IQ
and
is
then
trash.
He wants to do all that. And then he scores a touchdown. I'm like, oh, watch me dance. What he does that? Like, no, fuck. I would take Jackson Dart over Brock Purdy.
That's crazy. Him and Nick Bosa, dude. Y'all might go undefeated.
I would take
Jacoby. Would you take Jacoby Myers?
No. I'm not that.
Geno
crazy.
Smith.
No. I'm trying to think who's the worst starting QB. Those are good candidates.
I'm trying to think of the lesser evils. Jason. I mean, Daniel Jones.
That's a real. Despite Brock Purdy obviously being way more successful, but I'm like, I couldn't because coming off the Achilles, I don't want any quarterback coming off an Achilles.
You know what? I'll take a 48-year-old Phillip Rivers.
I'm not taking Aaron Rodgers. I'm not taking.
No, I said Phillip Rivers.
No, again, when it comes to like quarterbacks, like I've said, Dak Prescott. Oh, Devin, that is a good one. Would I take Dak Prescott over Brock Purdy?
Yeah, I would. I even though I'm not a Cowboys mark anymore, I would. He's not that bad. And I'm saying this as not a fan anymore.
The only reason I wouldn't take Dak would be because it's like taking Anthony Davis. We know you're going to get injured 3 times a season. Like that's the only reason why I wouldn't take Dak. I would trust Dak in the Shanahan system, but I wouldn't trust his health. And he would be coming to the most injury plagued team in San Francisco, so it would be max to 11. But Dak Prescott I appreciate that, Devin. Yeah,
y'all medical staff is the worst I've ever seen probably in football history. I'm not even lying.
And here's another indicator. Like, would I take Baker Mayfield, who I hate just as much, perhaps even more than Brock Purdy? Would I take Baker Mayfield?
Yeah. Borderline Hall of Famer.
Well, they let anyone to the Hall of Fame.
No, that's not true. It ain't like the NBA Hall of Fame.
Yes, they've let a lot of people who shouldn't be in.
Off this series alone.
I wouldn't take Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts doesn't want to throw the ball. No.
Hey, I don't even like Jalen Hurts. I'm
gonna quote New Jack City.
Yeah, I'll take Tua over Brock Purdy.
No. See, I think we just anyone in the top 10. Like I wouldn't take Purdy over Justin Herbert. I wouldn't take the Dak one is good because again, people in the top 10, that's what I mean, like begrudgingly Brock Purdy's the top 10 guy. But I wouldn't want to take, even though Jalen Hurts technically is a top 10 guy, but I wouldn't want to take him. Hell no. And this is the NBA playoffs we're supposed to be talking. But that's just my conundrum of what I'm saying is like I just don't think Brock in another team Brock Purdy would not be as good. I think he's benefited by the fact that he had the Shanahan system, prime George Kittle, prime Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk before he lost his fucking mind, and we're seeing now with injury-plagued CMC, injury-plagued Ricky Pearsall. Now George Kittle probably will miss half the year coming back from his Achilles. That we're going to see like Brock Purdy really isn't worth the $50 million.
Also, that beer. He can't stop drinking all that damn beer.
What else is he going to do?
Not drink beer. Every time I see him, he got.
First of all, Stone Cold Steve Austin all he did was drink beer.
That's true. And then athletes got like a higher intake of anything, calories, alcohol, everything.
Would I take Drake May over Brock Purdy?
But yeah.
Yeah, I think Shanahan could do better with Drake May. Would I take Sam Darnold? We had Sam Darnold for 2 games as a starter.
Yeah, I'll take Sam. He just won.
It's tough.
Yeah, it might be close.
I'll take Sam over Brock.
Hold on.
And would I take Bryce Young? Fuck no. I think there are a lot of guys that are hard. There are a lot of starters that are hard nosed.
Fitzpatrick.
He's not playing anymore.
No, what if he was playing?
No, come on, be realistic.
Hey, remember their first couple games when he's with the Dolphins?
I'm saying legit, like the guy, like Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen, Trevor. I would take Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, I would take Trevor Lawrence.
You just named like 4 Hall of Famers.
I would take Jackson Dart. I would take. Would I take Jaden Daniels? I don't know.
No.
That's a tough. There are a lot of guys who are on shaky ground now because of their injury history. Michael Penix Jr. No. Michael Penix Jr. is like those toys you have to build themselves. His limbs come apart that easily.
He got no need, dude. If Tua is on your
Kyler
team,
Murray, no. JJ McCarthy, no. Jared Goff, at this point, yeah.
At this point, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in his career, where like I think he's already peaked. Caleb Williams, there's Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams is a top quarterback right now.
I'm saying he'd be in the top 3. I should have stated that. Like if it's Mahomes, Lamar, Caleb williams, Josh Allen, Bo Nix.
No.
He's almost in that Drake May thing where I'm like, I think they're slightly the same, but how they could be coached. And also Bo Nix made the playoffs again with not that many great weapons compared to Brock, but again, it's just my disdain for him as a person and him as a. Well, that's the Sam Darnold thing, Ron. That was literally the Sam Darnold thing as we saw last year. Like all he had to do was not fuck up, and that's Jared Goff's thing. Like, but Jared Goff at least have moments where you can kind of trust him. But that's why I never had issues with Garoppolo. I knew he would make his mistakes, and I was willing to live with that.
Right. NBA playoffs.
Well, no, I'm saying, speaking of mistakes, do you want to talk about the playoffs or not?
I'll just say this real quick to go back to it. We got a 7-game series. J-Dub is hurt.
Well,
Dylan,
to be fair, Dylan Harper and De'Aaron Fox have been hurt. So, like, this is a series where it's like it's 2-2 for a reason. Yeah.
It's all about each possession, as we saw last night with that game, and that caught me off guard, unexpected. I'll say this, like I said on Random Acts Monday episode, with great players, you only can contain them, but if you triple team them, they have no choice but to have a low field goal percentage, and they figured it out. I'm like, oh, you mean basketball 101? You double or triple team somebody instead of playing zone or man when he get the whistle every single call? Oh, shocker. That's how you take the ball away. Yeah. And then Chet ain't a scorer like that. So it's like, all right, take that away from him.
Chet's not a scorer like that because Shea has to have the ball all the time.
No, he just hasn't figured out his game yet. He doesn't demand the ball like the big man should.
Well, but that's my point. If he had gone to Orlando with the number 1 pick, they would have built the team around him. Do you think he would have been a better scorer now
Yeah.
At this point, yeah.
He would
That's
have
my
been a
point.
2010 guy with 1.3 blocks.
I think what OKC did by picking him was hoping, like you're saying, like play defense because you're going to be 7 foot. You can stop balls at the rim, and then we hope you can turn into an offensive player. But as we see, like he's also 10 pounds at 7 foot. Like,
Yeah, and he's always been skinny too.
oh yeah, of course. Like how are you going to put on weight when you're that tall? It doesn't make sense to me.
Which you don't need in the NBA today because the average center is probably about 6'11", but he's like 100 pounds. So again, it's not a big deal. But now you're going against a guy who, when he figures out the post game all the way and he gains a little bit of weight, being Wemby, it's over. You're talking about a guy that's about to average 29, 13, and like 3 blocks.
Yeah.
Like we like legit, somebody said we're gonna be talking about him like we talk about Will Chamberlain. That first game was a classic.
Yeah.
When I was
It's
watching
also
that, I said,
thing
"Yo,
of-
this is crazy."
It's also that thing of like how long. But I think what Chuck said was ridiculous about like he's worried about Wemby's health. But I do agree. Like how long is he going to be able to sustain this type of playing style?
Yeah.
Like crazy dribbling. Is he, is he going to try to turn into basically a 7'6" Kevin Durant instead of trying to play the inside as much as he's playing now? Just because he knows his body probably will get more broken down the longer he plays.
Right. And the irony that they talked about that on 520, they said somebody asked in the super chat, Kevin Durant or Wemby. It's like Kevin Durant. But Wemby right there. We don't know exactly if he can stay healthy, how it'll be, but nah, that Kevin Durant thing, bro. Look, he a dweeb. He one of my favorite players ever, but that dude is different. That dude is special. Again, 07 draft. Him and Mike Conley, the only people left.
Al Horford.
Barely. I forgot Uncle Al went to the
playing
Warriors
just as much as fucking Mike Conley was.
Yeah, but he made a difference in that Celtics offense and defense. Like he's the Joe Embiid stopper.
Al Horford is a much valuable player compared to Mike Conley. Yeah.
Well, Mike this season. Last season he was all right. And the season before
in their history, in the history of their careers, Al Horford's way more valuable than Mike Conley.
Yeah, well, Al Horford is a Hall of Famer. NBA basketball Hall of Famer. He won twice in Miami.
See, I guess that would be. See, there we go. He's Dominican, right? So that's a 6'10", 6'11" Dominican right there.
Yeah, there's some big Dominicans, dog. Pause. Like there's some big people.
Yeah.
You know they essentially like Haitians, right?
If you want to have that type of argument of technically, but then that goes into the are they technically black conversation.
They are as
well. I'm not saying they aren't, but I'm saying like that's a slippery slope. That's a Fox News discussion you want to have.
Hey, she called herself Martinez for some reason. Nikki Blackheart. I still need money.
You think because Martinez the shit is the bomb. Yeah,
because you was like, is she? You was like, I was like racial profile.
Well, that's why my whole point when they said like her name's Martinez now. I'm like, is she?
She's Dominican, and then you was like, she black. I'm like, she's Dominican, so yes, she got the features, brother. They right there. If you look up Haiti and you look up DR, it's right there.
From is she from the East Coast?
I think she actually is from the DR, but then she moved to America. Because I heard her on the interview, and she yeah, I think she came over here. Cause she kind of got the accent, but I don't give a damn. I'll be like, that's what I'll be saying to her.
She is Dominican.
Is a hit is hell.
Born in Dominican.
I need it, bro. And Shawn Michaels.
1997.
Yeah. She young. She bought the oldest candidate they got in the past 10 years though. And I'm not saying she old, but shit, they always start with like what 21 years.
What do you mean? Evil just signed. What do you mean the oldest candidate they've
No, but he just went straight over there. I'm talking about as far as like the tryouts and all that. Usually they start out tryouts with like a 21-year-old, like that tall blonde, maybe mixed shit.
No, they stay signing old people still because this fucking fat English kid ain't that young.
He bought what 26?
I think so.
But he went straight to he did have a tryout. But I'm saying like far as people like underground people, she was underground as hell last year. Then they said nope, that ain't gonna last long.
What are you trying to say? They're all underground for the most part. Like
yeah, but with her, she went to Dallas and she stayed in Florida. and that's all she was doing. Everybody else been around the world like Big Fat Funky, oldest two. He from Europe.
There's only really a few people that they've signed. Like, I think it's Jackson Drake, Javon Evans, Thea Hale. Only a few people who they signed straight at like 19, 18 years old. Something like that. But other than that, like, they always sign people that are at least over 22, 23. Because then they're selling a lot of like college washouts. But that's what they are.
No, it's one off on TikTok, bro. I think she got that contract that NIL deal. I ain't seen her step in the ring in 2 years.
Well, that's the point of the NIL deal. Wasn't just that they would always go to WWE. It was a point of like WWE was in their future. The way that Braun Breaker's brother talked about it during Saints minicamp last week. He's like, yeah, I see it in my future, but only if the NFL isn't going to work out right away.
Get ready to learn, run the ropes, pal.
Hey,
you talking about his cousin, right? Scott
Yeah.
Steiner kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen him. The hand's decent, but not when you actually get on
He's
that
just
field.
too fucking muscular to be a receiver. Like he's Jeremy Shockey. Like, that's what it is.
That's why. What he like 6'1"? Because I'm like, why ain't he tight end?
I think he probably has actual speed. That's why.
You could. It's tight ends with speed right now. You could still put him in a slot.
Well, he was low D1 wide receiver. Like, he was playing for Jackson State.
Then he went to Oklahoma, right?
No, he stayed at Jack State.
Okay. Wait, I thought he went to Oklahoma State.
No.
Or no, just Oklahoma. I swear I saw him because that's when he was Diesel up here posing.
But
that's the NFL players.
No, I'm trying to look up because I can't. Brock Steiner. I'm like, well, I can't remember his easy ass name.
But it's two of them. It's his brother as well.
His brother plays basketball at Colorado State.
Hey, get ready to learn.
and then transfer to Kansas State. But Brock is 6'2", 225.
Yeah, he could be he could be a tight end at 225. Because Kerry, like what? He about 6'3".
I mean, most tight ends, again, they at least just got to have weight on them, like you're saying. The height part isn't, I don't want to say it's overrated, but the height thing started really get crazy when it was Antonio Gates, Jimmy Graham, when the basketball players came in with the crazy height.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, most average tight ends are around 6'3", 6'4".
Right, that's why they're telling Jello boy, you need to be a tight end. You got the high end weight.
Yeah.
But if he ain't got the hands, then.
But so the playoffs, again, like we were saying, we don't need to talk about Knicks Cavs because I'm not watching that or this Bond.
The Knicks, bro, going to the finals, this shit about to be atrocious.
I'm just gonna laugh if they do all this hard work just to go to the finals and still lose. That would be more hilarious.
They losing. They not beating the Spurs without.
Well, I know, but I'm saying like it's just gonna be even more because, like I was telling Kiki, they will burn New York down
regardless.
If they lose.
No, even if they win, they would.
Well, true, but I'm like legit. It would. They wouldn't even need a machine gun or a bazooka or it would just turn into the purge if the Knicks lose.
Well, they underwater right now anyway, so.
Hey, but so I was texting you about this show because I'm like, this show is a slap in the face.
Man, you didn't have to say that about her.
No, this woman. What did Teddy have? The woman judge about the Canelo fight. This woman, she should never write anything for not a check, not a thank you note. She should be banned from all writing materials. Like, that's how bad this show is. I know I can't cape. I like, again, white guy wants to say what's detrimental to the black community and what isn't, but this show literally is worse than crack cocaine.
Damn.
I have to say the Ronald Reagan term, crack cocaine. That's how bad this show is. This show makes Ryan Murphy shows look like fucking Denny Villeneuve films. That's how bad this show is. I watched all 8 episodes just because I wanted to see how stupid it would get. Ron, Power wasn't even good, was the irony. It was not a good, and this is somehow worse than Power, Banks.
No, I seen the clips. Besides the ones you seen, legit. Look, Magic Johnson, not the Magic Johnson, but the guy that played Magic Johnson in Winning Time, has the worst. It's like he doing the Magic Johnson impersonation, but he trying to add an LA accent, and it pisses me off.
And they got Elon Noel looking like 50 Cent. Like, why does he look like 50
familiar.
Cent? He's dude from Insecure, the first 2 seasons.
There you go. I was like, damn, he look familiar.
That's my guy from Insecure, Daniel. Like, he ain't a bad actor, but I think it's like, why do they got him looking like Curtis Jackson?
And then the jabroni on the right is Shamar Moore.
He basically is the new Shamar Moore because that's how he's acting. Like,
mixed with Craig David. But this looked like AI to cover.
It probably was.
Why?
This show also. Go ahead.
No, I'm about to say you don't need an AI this cover. You just do like they've been doing with posters.
Man, I can't even begin. Like you just said, like Quincy Isaiah, who I thought he was good as Magic Johnson, on Winning Time, but he says "cuh" so much on this show. It had to be like I'm serious. Like, this show makes, 1, the black audience, but 2, the black people look like the most racist characters of all time. Like, I can't even, the way everything is, like the black police captain tells Shamar Moore, that's what I'm going to call him now, tells Shamar Moore, I got a right to take you in the alley and squabble up. I'm like, what? Police captain? That's how they talk. His young son's like, we're gonna slide for my uncle. And I'm like, do you think, again, is this how you think black people actually use these words? That's how every sentence, it has something where it's just like black stereotype, black trope, like all of that. It's like, not even AI is that racist. Like, that's what the show is.
I'm like, dude, because the clips I seen, like, they was eating Golden Bird chicken, and I'm like, okay, in an interrogation,
because the scene where the guy said he looks like Fat Dak Prescott. He says Jim Dandy's, takes a bite of the chicken, then throws it, and he goes, Louisiana on Manchester is better. And I'm like, again, are you trying to act like you know LA?
Jim Dandy's was on Manchester too.
You would know. You should watch it for like the. You should watch it for like the LA of it all, because they got a Korean guy who dresses like a vato, which I bet is accurate.
That's extremely accurate, even in your region of California.
Yeah, but it's also, he's got a light skinned wife named Ebony, and I'm like, again, what racist shit are we fucking?
Wait, who got the light skinned wife?
Dude from Insecure.
Okay,
because Shamar Moore is married to fine shit from Blue Mountain State season 1. She's still from the Old Spice commercial.
Oh, that's his wife?
Yeah, that's his wife on the show.
Hey, he won.
Yeah, but again, and his character is supposed to be badass street cop wearing fucking Fear of God and chrome hearts, and I'm like, what LAPD officer?
Chrome hearts.
What LAPD officer is wearing Gucci on the fucking crime scene?
It's that's like $1,000. They ain't making money like that.
Yeah, and I know it's that Miami Vice world of like cool looking cops, sexy cops. He's the sexy cop. He's the sexy criminal.
Why you sound like Danhausen?
That's how she probably advertises it to the creators. She's like, what if there? I always say this. She's like, what if there was a thug, but he was a sexy, smart thug, but he also had a heart. He doesn't want to sell drugs, but he has to. And that's basically what she pitches, is bullshit like that.
Well, she probably got a fetish, dog. This like,
yeah, she does. It's fucking shitty writing as her fetish. It's what it is.
Because look, when she casts, look at how she casts these people. They will legit be in some type of like novel, like one of the romance novels. You can envision people like that being in the romance novels.
Steele novels that my mom had on the bookshelf. 100%.
That's a fucking name.
But she wants to act like she's fucking writing Godfather and Marvel shit, because that's what she would say. I think Cal interviewed her once, and she had said like that's her influence is the Godfather and Goodfellas and Marvel movies. I'm like, you can't even write a small fucking morsel of that.
No, and not too many people can. So let's give her a little bit of credit.
No, a little bit. Like you just said it, like her thing as casting, like it's like she's basically Ryan Murphy for the black community. And I'm not just using this to shit again, like I understand certain audiences want certain material, but all the Ryan Murphy shit is the same thing. I'm like, do I have a head injury? Why would I think this is good? Why would I think this is entertaining? It's the same thing. White people who are good looking arguing over stupid shit. Like, it's
Right.
just, yeah, ridiculous.
And you keep telling me to watch, which I will.
It would just make you angry, and that's my point. Like, they'll challenge
I
us
might laugh.
to write and direct something. Like, this shows anyone can.
I
Because if she's
told you
getting
that.
paid millions by Netflix and now Apple, because that's she's just signed the deal with Apple.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that proves Apple wants just anything that's going to get viewership. Mario Van Peebles directed the first 2 episodes of this show.
Really?
And they don't even look good. That's the thing. Like, this show looks like shit from a
You
visual
know why?
level.
Because it was the
It wasn't the pandemic. They filmed the show within the last year.
What's the term? I can't think of the term. I've been a part of the business for years. Pilot. They probably just like, all right, we're gonna give you X amount of dollars for the
No, because he
pilot.
shot the episodes back to back.
Yeah, that's how they usually do it. So they give you a little bit of bread to see if you go, and then it's based on the producers, and it's based on if the studio want to go ahead and get more episodes. It was an experiment. That's what I'll say for anybody that doesn't understand what I'm saying.
No, you're more right about it being an experiment, because a lot of criticism about Netflix is they don't have too many black shows, and this was their dipping their toe into that by someone who had a history based off creating the Stars channel from scratch with Power and all its fucking ridiculous spinoffs. But and they get the worst actors. It's just full of bad. That's where I'm like, you can really get back into these acting shit, because these
I'm already
people,
back in it.
I'm saying, I mean, legit, like these people are terrible. Aside from, I give the 2 leads a little bit credit, but this show, like I said, I was just watching it because I'm like, I want to see a car crash. I just want to see how dumb you really are.
But I told you, you got to have movies like that. So me and Ant was talking about Obsession. That's about to make $100 million.
We had this conversation last week, and we're about to have it again on air. But go ahead.
No, it's just you gotta have those movies and those TV shows where you like, what? This doesn't make sense, because it's entertainment. So you gotta have that. Then you gotta have the real stuff. You gotta have a combination of everything. And look, transition perfect. So Boosters, am I gonna watch it? Maybe. I don't know. Scary movie. I'm not gonna be able to get to a theater just because of where I'm working at for a minute. It's a theater maybe close by. I gotta look that up actually. But if I can't get there, I'm still gonna buy a ticket. I might buy a ticket for both. Even if I don't watch Boosters, I'll still support, because he said, hey, if y'all don't watch this movie, it's over for me.
Well, and that's what I wanted to say. And as like I was saying to the Nemesis, and like, I understand audiences want what they want. If people think these shows are really good to them, that's crazy, but I understand it. Someone can watch a show I think is good and think it's dog shit too. I'm not but it's what you and I were saying, and we were picking on a particular person you're fond of for her takes about.
Oh yeah, well, she got good takes.
But we were saying in the context of like, okay, so Is God Is and I Love Boosters have dropped in back-to-back weeks, and those are 2 black movies written, directed, and starring black people, produced by black people. And there's not as much hype about them because, as you and I have been saying, one is a severe black trauma film, being Is God Is. And I've always said, like, why does that have to be what's always put out by studios to get black people on screen, black people behind the camera, etc.? And something like I Love Boosters isn't full black trauma, but it's more so in the Spike Lee, John Singleton black message movie about consumerism and the way black people play a part in it and their role in society as a whole. But at the same time, if people are like, we need to, like you were just saying, because Boots Riley's gone out and said, like, see this movie, you have to, because he's gotten 2 shots. He had Sorry to Bother You, which did well critically but not commercially, and he had the Amazon show, I'm a Virgo, again, did well critically, not too well, but did nothing awards wise. So his role as this musician turned writer director is to put these crazy ideas he has, which I would give him credit. Like, they are original, they are entertaining to an extent. They don't have the follow through all the way, but I can respect and appreciate what he's going for. Bay Area native as well. And something like that versus something like Nemesis, which is what I'm saying. Like, one leans into like the worst type of trash that's always going to get support and money, aka Tyler Perry films and shows. Same exact thing, versus stuff that's completely original and new, and it's hard to get greenlit because who's going to want to see a movie about a group of women shoplifting, and it's filled with all this other craziness? Because like literally Taylor Page, the clip I saw, like she holds her breath and then turns into a whole different woman, and it's like a thing of like when she can hold her breath, she can turn white. Basically, it's like I'll show you the clip, but that's what his ideas are, that crazy.
So
weird.
what is the premise in the movie? I thought they was just stealing stuff.
It is, but it's layers. All his stuff has layers to it.
That's not, but see, this is what I'm saying. Like, we gonna get the
That's
think
my point about
pieces
the
about
Nemesis
it.
thing. Like, do you want cheap fast food garbage, or do you want something more risky, gourmet, not necessarily expensive, but different? Like, what are we going? Because Scary Movie, we've seen these movies. The only reason it's going to get respect and admiration now is, like you had said a few weeks ago, it's the Wayne's back. That's why it's going to get the love and potentially the box office draw. But at the same time, like, no one went to go see him, and y'all weren't praising the last few Marlon Wayne's projects, like was it Sextuplets and the 50 Shades of Grey knockoff he had? Like, y'all weren't going to the box office to support Marlon Wayne's thing, so why you want to do it now? Just because it's the IP that you like, being a Scary Movie?
That, and here's the thing. So nostalgia, like we always say, that's what sells, because the times we live in as far as entertainment is bad. So I'm glad that he's getting his flowers though, because Sean don't be on camera, none of that. People be like, "Oh, he popping out." That's how you know they're serious about the marketing, because legit, he just disappears for years, which I
It's
get
a
it.
very Top Gun Maverick type of movie, where like Sean Wayne's much like the Val Kilmer is back in Top Gun Maverick, of like, come see this. Someone you love and respect and haven't seen in a long time is back in the spotlight, being Sean Wayne's.
Yeah, and it's like he's been working. He said it. I just don't like using social media, and people feel like if they don't see you on social media, you just did. It's just like, no, I
Or
promote
that
my
you've gone into
shows.
some weird like, no cameras away, like type of that's something that you broke mentally, or something like that.
Yeah, and it's nothing like that. He does shows like often. He just don't do as many as Marlon. Marlon do a show every day, then go shoot a movie and all that. So, and we see him on social media all the time. So it's the combination of people actually want, because when they got the IP back and they decided to do the movie, they said we want to bring back style of comedy, no holds barred. So people want to watch that. Then there's so many of these, horror movies that's been made in the past couple of years. They want to see these comedic geniuses make a parody of it. But again, like you said, or me and you talked about the nostalgia factor of everything, because it's like, okay, they got it back from Weinstein. So the last one was 25. Yeah, that was 25 years ago when Scary Movie 2 came out.
There was Scary Movie 5 in, was it 2013?
Yeah, them don't
But
count. But that's what I'm saying, far as like the
Yeah,
Wayne's
no, I know.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why he then did, again, like I said, he did those 2 haunted house movies as his like, rebuttal to not being able to make Scary Movie anymore. And look at, again, like, does anyone really give those the credit and appreciation? It's that thing of like what you and I say, nostalgia wins, but also people get to, which goes for everything too. People pick and choose the stuff that they want to go and support. We were supposed to talk about Star Wars this weekend. I didn't go see The Mandalorian Grogu. I'm going to go see that next week. I did not feel like I needed to rush out and go see it. But that's, again, and so was the box office.
Not to cut you off, but legit, you could tell how they shot that movie. It was like, yeah, we could put this on Disney Plus, but we're gonna get a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks exactly like a Disney Plus movie or a show.
Well, that's because and that's what their fear was with Disney Plus, that people are going to get so used to how things look and feel that when you give it the bigger stage, it's going to not feel special, which is why Bob Iger, to his credit, was trying to like nip that stuff in the bud, especially with the Marvel and the Star Wars stuff. Like, no, the stuff that was deemed special, you're making every day. We can't have that be every day, because if it's every day, then when the stuff that we put out isn't going to be getting receipts like how it used to do. So they became their own worst enemy in that aspect. But the argument I'm making is like, again, like the original stuff, people always want to shout and scream, like, why aren't we supporting the original stuff? Scary Movie isn't original. Like you're saying, it's more fresh because there's new movies to rip off. That's why people want to see. So how are they going to do Terrifier? How are they going to do Sinners? How are they going to do this and that? So that way it feels more fresh while being nostalgic at the same time. But with something like I Love Boosters, which is completely original and dies the way it dies at the box office, like that's my point. Like you're still part of the problem because then you're going to go see Spider-Man. You're going to go see The Odyssey. You're going to go see that's not original too, being The Odyssey. Like you're going to go see.
You said that's not original?
It's IP.
No, it's based on the book Homer, Odyssey of Homer.
The Odyssey is IP. That's not original.
No, I get what you mean. So I think it's one of the times where we've been
told on TV and movies in the past. It's
yeah, but it's based on the book on Greek mythology.
But so, that means it's IP. It's not something.
No, I get you. Yeah. But wait, actually, we're not agreeing because intellectual property, which is short for IP, the acronym, somebody owns that. That is a book that was written
when it's
years
up for Oscars. When it's up, it won't be under Best Original Screenplay. It'll be for Best Adapted Screenplay because the Odyssey, the Iliad, to be exact, by Homer, is an existing material which this movie is adapting. So therefore, like I said, it's not an original idea. This isn't Chris Nolan calling the Odyssey an original idea. It's him adapting someone else's idea to his vision.
So couldn't we say Oppenheimer was IP as well?
Yeah, it was based off a book.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's my point, is to say of like something like Sinners, which was original. That's why it was such a success. Yeah. But we all went out to see Sinners because, and here's where that aspect of, well, Ryan Coogler is a much bigger name than Boots Riley for a number of reasons. He's made 2 huge IP films, being Creed and Black Panther. So his name already had cachet compared to Boots Riley's name, and that his name and his wacky ideas can't be the draw just because he made a movie in 2018 that people liked and a TV show that not many people watched.
Yeah.
And also like Keke Palmer's not a draw. Like she's someone people know, and that movie of her and SZA did okay, but Keke Palmer doesn't open movies like a movie star because she's not a movie star. So to build the movie around like her as the lead, like that doesn't mean it's gonna make money. Like she was the co-lead in Nope. Daniel Kaluuya wasn't even the draw for Nope. The draw for Nope was Jordan fucking Peele. That was the draw for Nope.
I don't even know if we could bring his name up anymore.
But and I'm just not, the way we're talking about these Black projects is because these are the ones that are out right now. Like these are the ones that are in the ether. And my point is not just to like bash one, praise the other, or denigrate them, or to put them in this context. But like at the same time, a lot of white people get a lot of chances, and a lot of people fuck up those chances. Last week I saw the Guy Ritchie movie, In the Gray. Solid Guy Ritchie movie, like always. 3.5 out of 5 for me. He always delivers. This one wasn't as good as the last few, but I go to a guy. I again put my money where my mouth is. A Guy Ritchie movie comes out, I go fucking see it, no matter what these days. Compared to people who want to praise Black original ideas and don't go fucking see them, and then want to scream at people, why aren't we supporting stuff? Well, look what you are supporting. Right. You're supporting the mainstream stuff, which is for everyone. And that's the thing where like people's taste can, vary these days more than anything. Like you can like this type of film and not fuck with the other. Like you were talking about Obsession. You shitted on Obsession when I explained it to you last week. Then right after you looked it up and you said, hold on a minute, play. This is actually this. Hold on a minute.
You should know my move though by now.
But that's why. But then you and I talked about, would that movie had draw just as much praise and money if it were a Black film instead? And I said, yeah, because the idea of Obsession is the draw, not the stars of it, because it's filled with nobodies. And the director is someone who's kind of up and coming. But the idea of Obsession is like, oh, I would want to see a movie about that, because we've all kind of had a thought like that in our minds of what if the person we were obsessed with was obsessed with us to an even larger extent.
Never had that thought in my mind. No.
But you know what I mean. Like we've all had someone like. So you're telling me, Tiara James becomes obsessed with you, like you are with her.
No, don't say that because that sounds weird.
You posted about the woman, and you ain't trying to say you obsessed with her. Come on.
How many women do I post on my IG?
That's my point.
Nah, I'll be scared because me and you seen the movie. I'm not gonna give it away. I
I
will.
haven't seen it. No, I haven't seen it at all.
You haven't? Okay, so
No.
I saw
No,
it.
don't spoil it. I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna see it.
No.
But yeah.
That's why I didn't want to spoil it for Amp. I will say.
But that's why it's a horror movie. That's why it's a horror movie instead of a rom com. You get it? Like.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Like I said, and I thought it was only me. I was like, she going for the role of that girl was a hell of an actress. She did an
I had
extremely
seen
good
her in that
job.
movie I talked about a few weeks ago, Trap House, because I'm like, who's this fine? Who's this fine chick right here? I had never seen her before. Apparently, she
Boy,
was on
she
the
can
Lois
act.
on the. Apparently, she was on the Superman and Lois show on the CW.
Really.
Yeah, I
Well,
never watched that. So
she got a new fan because she can act. I'll say, okay. So I told Amp to watch it. He said he gonna watch it and I think do the review on Patreon. So
and that's my point as to where like Amp's a horror movie fan, loves Terrifier, loves horror movies, but a horror movie like that could not appeal to him. Just like every action movie doesn't appeal to us. That Dave Bautista Jason Momoa movie, I'm not seeing that shit. That
I keep
doesn't look
forgetting
good
about
to
it.
me. Or what just came out too? A Gundam movie came out. I was shocked. When I was walking out of the theater, it showed like a Gundam movie was playing, a brand new one. I'm like, what the fuck? A Gundam
You
movie?
talking about the live action?
No, an anime one. No, the Gundam movie with Sydney Sweeney's going to Netflix.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was Amazon.
No, Amazon has Voltron.
There you go. Yeah, so that's coming out. But then the Voltron movie that was shot a while ago that nobody cared about, they was like, man, I just showed up and got paid. That's coming out this year.
They're holding it till next year because they had Project Hail Mary this year, and they'll have Masters of the Universe in a few weeks. I think they got.
Damn, that is it's some stuff coming out in June. Now we start getting. Now we start rolling.
Now's a real season. I just talked about this with Kiki last night because June has a lot, and then July obviously is when things kick off for real. But that was my point as to where what's gonna really get audience to see, like, no one knows these days, because like you said, someone tells you to go see Obsession based off the description. That sounds fucking stupid. Then you watch the trailer, you're like, oh, hold on, actually that does look interesting. And who knows, that can happen instantly or that can happen weeks later, just because the way people's algorithms work and all of that. But when you're slapped in the face with something like Scary Movie or Mandalorian and Grogu for months and months because they have all this weight behind it, that can either turn people off or it can work in its favor. But at the same time, like I was saying, like, the IP of Star Wars has gotten so watered down, whereas the IP of Scary Movie has gotten fresher because, like you said perfectly, like that type of comedy is starting to make a comeback because the Naked Gun last year, Scary Movie this year, and I think they talked about trying to do one more spoof, rebooting one type of spoof comedy that's been dormant. But like you said, like, people want unfiltered comedy, the stuff that's going to go, like the TED Show. That's why the TED Show was Peacock's biggest hit this year, even though Seth MacFarlane was, I think Seth MacFarlane was trying to throw it in NBC's face of like, my show's going to do well, just give me the fucking money, like, stop being an asshole. But at the same time, it's like, who knows what's going to work in the mainstream until it's just the right thing.
Right.
But I do think it's wrong just to cry about, because If God Is was by Tyler Perry, because it's a black trauma story, which is his forte. People would be like, why are we getting the same old black trauma story over and over? But since it's not by Tyler Perry, that's what makes people want it. Same thing with I Love Boosters. If Tyler Perry made I Love Boosters and the only difference was that Medea was in 4 scenes, people would say, we don't need this trash anymore.
Him, whatever being in Boosters would be hilarious.
It's not unlike how he tries to shoehorn genres around it in terms of like I'm saying like how he, like, it's a Medea Christmas movie, it's a Medea Halloween movie, it's a Medea action movie. Like, that's what he was trying to do, was like play with these genres within this character, like it was fucking Jalen Silent Bob, as Kevin Smith said, was what he was doing with those characters. But overall, that was my point as to what we were having offline, was original is always going to lose to nostalgia, especially these days, because people grow up watching the same stuff over and over that they want to see the next version of it, which is why if Rush Hour 4 gets made or if the Chris Tucker Friday sequel gets made, are they going to do gangbuster numbers, break the block, all of that? Potentially, because they've been memed on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook for the last 25 years. So it's only a matter of time until, but as we've seen, there's also been long delayed sequels that haven't done well. And the same thing about the video game surge with Sonic, Mario movies, etc. Will Zelda do well? Will the next video game movie do well? But overall, it's a conversation we're going to keep having over the course of this show, and especially over the course of this year. So thank you all for tuning in this week. Banks versus Davis. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that. We appreciate it. And we'll see y'all next time.